Coletco for tonight's Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. I am multitasking, so let me do this. You'll see a new, Facebook wanting to update something. Fresh page design. They're changing Business Suite. That's not good. I have to get used to that. As soon as you get used to something on Facebook, they change it. Just like Walmart. That's a key to retail. As soon as somebody gets comfortable with something, you change it. Don't ask me, ask Walmart and Facebook. All right, let's get all this shared in the proper outlets, though. We have group, we have a lot of records. All right. That's all shared. Now let's get it shared over on the YouTube, which is actually the Instagram. And let's go story. Link. Okay, there's that. Okay. Getting some stuff shared here. If you're just hopping on, that's what I'm doing. Alrighty. And we're almost done. Okay, chat, we're ready. I just kept quiet and done all that. Usually I start trying to talk and usually I talk during all that and don't really do a good job talking and just confuse everybody. So, I'm already adjusting my back. Whew, that felt good. All right, well, we do have new vinyl to show. And this is one of the titles. I'll show that in just a second. Let me text this guy back right quick. He needs an address. Let me do that. Steely Dan Pretzel Logic. Okay, we do have some new vinyl to go through, new vintage. It's Monday night, start of a new week. If you need an invoice correction, we are going to work on those tonight. That's happening tonight, so if you've sent us a message already, thank you. I know there's a couple things we got to swap around for some people. Retag. Is that more new vintage too? Yeah. Oh my gosh. We got a lot of stuff to show. Holy moly. Holy moly. All right, so quick update. Let's just sell records. How about that? We'll go straight into selling records. We can update you later. We have Yes, Mirror to the Sky. New release. It actually was supposed to come out not last week, but the week before, and we got them in the mail today. So if you have this pre-ordered with us, here they are. That is Yes, Mirror to the Sky. They only made 500 of them. That is $49.99. That is an indie exclusive colored vinyl, or I don't know if it's technically indie, but it is colored vinyl. Let me grab that piece of paper out of the printer. The pre-order for this was Jerry Stone, Michael Potts, James Bragg, R.M. Lazelle, Steve Howe. Yes, Steve Howe, the guitarist. The guitarist from Yes actually pre-ordered his own album. Paul Brothers and David Eberly. Pete Weisgarber wants one. First sale of the night, Ring the Bell. Yes, Mirror to the Sky. That's sold to Pete Weisgarber. I've got one left. I've also got a restock of Greta Van Fleet from the Fires. We did not have this one in stock. From the Fires is $36.99. Greta Van Fleet from the Fires, that is $36.99. They've got a new album coming out. Usually when an artist has a new album come out, they restock all their back stuff. Greta Van Fleet's $36.99. Got 5 of those available. And if you're interested in other Greta Van Fleet, we do have not the newest album that's about to come out. We don't have that yet, but we do have Battle at Gardens Gate and Anthem of the Peaceful Army. So we have 3 Greta Van Fleet albums in stock. 3 Greta Van Fleets in stock. That is $36.99. Okay, and a restock of Speak Now, Taylor Swift. Haven't had this one in a while. Let's see who's watching. Speak Now, Taylor Swift, $33.99. Those are back in stock. It's been a while on that one. It's been a good while. $33.99 on Speak Now. I'm here. Contrary to news reports, that sonic boom over the DC area was not an F-16. It was me opening my latest CollectCo invoice. John Young. That must be a big invoice. Eli Tomlinson on Taylor Swift. That's sold to Eli. And I've got 5 copies left of Kiss. What's that, Seth?
I need a Taylor Swift.
You better get on here and comment. They're going fast. Paul Brothers has already got one. Kiss self-titled, $33.99. Paul Brothers wants a Taylor Swift. Are you? Rachel, Seth's future wife, wants a Taylor Swift. I wish you would have said something. Now you're going to make everybody very upset. Okay, so we got one for Eli. We got one to Paul. We got Jerry Stone wants a Kiss self-titled. Joseph Felicetti wants a Taylor Swift. We have Scotty Hops wants a Kiss self-titled. Chris DiLorenzo wants a Taylor Swift. And we have sold out. Jason Fornerat, you can blame Seth. I have sold out. If anybody wants on that waiting list, let me know. They're just like all the other Taylor Swifts. If we've got them in, that means we'll be getting more in. Those are $33.99. Jason Fornerat on the waiting list, and so is Debbie Blair. We have Kiss, $33.99. That's self-titled. Haven't had that one back in stock in quite some time. Tracy, I think he's saying Me Too. And Greta Van Fleet from the Fires. I think he's saying Me Too to what's Kiss doing next year for their debut album's 50th anniversary. And yes, Mirror to the Sky. So that was some stuff that was late deliveries from last week that we unboxed today. So Taylor Swift's. Now, there is a new version of this coming out soon. The pre-order, let me go just hold this for a second. The pre-order for the new version of this should be available this week. I'm seeing the major stores post it. We should be able to post it very soon. Taylor Swift Speak Now. When I say major stores, I'm not talking about record shops. I'm talking about Walmart and Amazon. So if you want to order it through us, please be patient. It was not on either of my distributor's website this morning, but the new Taylor's version should be out soon. So if anybody wants on that waiting list for Speak Now, $33.99. And we need a thank you or something from Rachel. Like she could get on here and at least say thank you or something. Or do something. Yes, Mirror to the Sky. I don't know if I even got a thank you for the Masters merchandise, honestly. Yes, Mirror to the Sky is $49.99. I've got one of those left. Greta Van Fleet is $36.99 from the Fires. And Kiss self-titled is $33.99. Same price for the new version. No, the Taylor Swift new version will probably be $54 or $59.99. It's like a triple or quadruple LP on colored vinyl. The new Taylor Swift will be $55 or $65 or $59 or somewhere in that ballpark. Hopefully $54 or $59.99 approximately. That's going to be that. All right, Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood pretty much has no vinyl. No vinyl. She has nothing on vinyl. Right, Seth? Carrie Underwood? No. Carrie Underwood has nothing ever made on vinyl. There is no such thing as a Carrie Underwood LP. Let's go ahead and go through one more crate of new vinyl right here. I'm just going to go through this crate that's... Maybe there was a Walmart exclusive, but yeah, there's really no Carrie Underwood vinyl. We've got a bunch. I mean a bunch of killer... Oh my gosh, this first crate is loaded. I might need to go ahead and pull some auctions out. We got some great new vintage arrivals. We're still picking stuff out of the Wisconsin collection. This looks like a beautiful Aretha Franklin. Wow. Let's see what we have here. It is. That's going to be a $35 start. That's mint and pristine. Aretha Franklin. I got some... Wow. Some of these I'm going to leave in here. I did see this. $25 start on Tears for Fears. I've seen some REM. Of course, I just posted a hot Talking Heads. Wow. Beatles. Furs. Plant. REM. Yeah, this is... this first crate of vintage after I do this new vinyl is pretty incredible. So, all right. We have... Let me go back to the top, make sure I didn't miss anything. Never seen a Coletco sticker. Wow, here we go with the stickers again. Doug's going to start shipping those out. Doug's going to start shipping those out this week. We have Aretha Franklin. All new packages will have stickers in them. And if he forgets, we'll get it in your next one, or your next one, or your next one. Yeah, Soul 69, Aretha Franklin. Look how nice of a jacket. If this wasn't in, this had to have been in shrink wrap. Maybe they took it off or it was falling off. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. This is a 69 OG, Soul 69. This is a beautiful copy. Michael Nath is at $45. Michael Nath's at $45 on that. We have Tears for Fears, The Hurting. Tears for Fears, The Hurting is a $25 starting bid. No condition notes on this one. It's closer to the EX side. It's about a VG cover. It does have some creases here and some creases here. The new half-speed master of this comes out this week. Has the original inner sleeve. Tears for Fears is a $25 start. Okay, let's see what's in this crate of new vinyl. We have Lou Reed Transformer, $33.99. Lou Reed Transformer, Walk on the Wild Side. 50th anniversary, white vinyl. That's a Record Store Day essential. $33.99 for Lou Reed Transformer, white vinyl. Black Sabbath Volume 4. This is a 2012 remaster. New, sealed. Cool hype stickers on them. Those are $33.99. We also got Paranoid, Masters of Reality, Volume 4. And we have self-titled and maybe Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Now that's what I call country classics. Now, someone asked about Carrie Underwood. This has been a popular seller because there's a lot of artists on this that pretty much have never been on vinyl. You can't get on vinyl like Lone Star. There's some Shania Twain, Brooks and Dunn, Alan Jackson and Dwight Yoakam's available on vinyl, but tough to get. Toby Keith, Kenny Chesney, pretty much nothing by Kenny Chesney's on vinyl. Lone Star, Travis Tritt. This is a popular country compilation on colored vinyl. Now that's what I call country classics of the 90s. Those are $34.99. I have two of those. Slayer, this is Seasons in the Abyss, $36.99. Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. Cream Disraeli Gears, $31.99. Cream Disraeli Gears, $31.99. Queens of the Stone Age, Like Clockwork, $36.99. Queens of the Stone Age, Like Clockwork. Music from the Elder by Kiss. German import with the alternate. That's not your normal Kiss logo there. We have a selection of German imports that have the alternate Kiss S's. That's $49.99. Tony Riddle wants a copy of Slayer. I've got one of those left. Bad Company Holy Water, $44.99. That's from Friday Music. It's on colored vinyl. One of Bad Company's later albums. Not too easy to get. By the way, final call on these first two auctions. Aretha Franklin's at $45. Tears for Fears is at $25. Final calls on those. If you did not know, we have a great selection of Rush LPs. $36.99. This is Hemispheres. We also have Hold Your Fire and Permanent Waves and Moving Pictures and Artists, we don't have Signals. We do have self-titled, Caress of Steel, Fly By Night. A lot of Rush albums in stock. Hemispheres is $36.99. Tears for Fears, $26, now $27. Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime, $49.99. Operation Mindcrime is $49.99. The Police, Regatta de Blanc. This is new and sealed, $31.99. Grateful Dead, Working Man's Dead. Surprised we hadn't sold out of these because most of the time Grateful Dead records are not in stock. These are 50th anniversary remasters, $34.99. Working Man's Dead. Black Sabbath Paranoid, there's one of those 2012 remasters I was telling you about. That is $33.99. Shinedown, The Sound of Madness. Shinedown is $36.99. Shinedown, Sound of Madness. Speaking of Rush, Clockwork Angels. Yes, I think if I didn't have those back ordered, then we should be getting them in this week. Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell, $39.99. Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. And Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction. Stranger Than Fiction, $28.99. Okay, so we got new bids on Tears for Fears. Wolves Council's at $32. This is about a VG cover, just because it has a couple noticeable creases. The vinyl is EX Plus, does have the original inner sleeve. Of course, the new half-speed master of this is coming out this week. We got a pre-order for that. Those will be in this week. I think they ship today. We're going to go ahead and sell Aretha Franklin to Michael Nath for $45. That was a near mint top copy. That's sold to Michael Nath. Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire, $31.99 for Rage Against the Machine. We also have Bruce Springsteen, Born in the United States of America, $33.99. Grateful Dead Self-Titled is $29.99. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreamin', $39.99. The other Kiss, we got music from The Elder, and I may have Hotter Than Hell. And then maybe one more that's a German alternate cover. De La Soul, $33.99, and Ed Sheeran X, or Multiply, is $33.99. Alan Case wants a Dave Matthews Band. That was some new vinyl that was just casually hanging out over here. I went ahead and went through those before we started our new bin of new vintage stuff, because after we get rolling on new vintage stuff, we're going to be heavy on it for a while. I may go through a couple more crates on the table, because some of these I'm about to put in alphabetical order actually tonight, because I have other new vinyl that's you can't even get to it if you were to come here in the store. We've got it stacked up everywhere. So kind of a final call tonight on stuff on the table, and then we're going to start putting it in alphabetical order. So we have final call on anything in there. Okay, let's see. Jerry Stone, I think we're sold out of the Dixie Chicks. That's why you didn't get one, but I can find you a five-finger death punch. I think. But I think we're sold out of the Dixie Chicks. I said I was going to get you one of those. I think I went to look for one, and I could not find it. Let me see if I can get my hands on one of those very quickly. It's not in here. I may have to do some hunting for one of those. All right, final call on Tears for Fears. It looks like it was down to Greg and Wolves Council. Wolves Council has it for $34. Final call. There's some great new vintage stuff in here. Everybody pay close attention. If you're already on early tonight, I consider 7:20 early. You're going to get a first good look at some great new vintage arrivals tonight. Here's this week's schedule before I get started. We're having a show tonight. We're having a show Tuesday night. We're probably going to have a coin and knife sale on Wednesday night. That's pending. I'll make a formal announcement probably by Tuesday night. But Wednesday night, we did some polling in the group. Looks like Wednesday night might be the best night to have a coin and knife sale this week. And then, of course, we'll definitely be live Thursday, Friday, and Saturday unless something changes. So we'll probably have 5 sales this week. That means Thursday will be huge because we'll be pricing stuff Wednesday and Thursday, and we won't be having a sale Wednesday for coins and knives. And so it'll be a lot of great stuff on Thursdays, which I think is the best night. Joan Jett, Bad Reputation, $29.99. Near mint, beautiful copy. This will be an instant seller. Joan Jett, Bad Reputation. Sold very quickly to Ryan Anderson. I called it. Mary Jane Girls, Only For You. Mary Jane Girls is $14.99, Only For You. The Roger McGuinn Airplay Anthology, 77 white label promo, $29.99. The Roger McGuinn Airplay Anthology, white label promo, $29.99. Stacy, you were second on Joan Jett. 10,000 Maniacs, In My Tribe, $29.99. 10,000 Maniacs, In My Tribe. And Steve Winwood, Back in the High Life. Steve Winwood is $19.99. It's in shrink wrap. It includes the hit single Higher Love, hop sticker on that one. Ryan got Joan Jett. Stacy was second. Free Snickers. No Snickers, but you'll get some stickers. John Young first on the Roger McGuinn. Joe Maynard first on 10,000 Maniac. And let's go ahead and sell Tears for Fears. That is sold to Wolves Council for $34. I do have new Japanese stuff tonight as well. And we have Club Stone. You were second on 10,000 Maniac. Stacy wants to know, can she get a copy of the new Joan Jett that's on 180 gram? You sure can. I think they're right. I think I see them right here. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Joan Jett, Bad Reputation. This is actually a soundtrack from a documentary about Joan Jett. It has her solo hit stuff from the Runaways, Bikini Kill, and some unreleased stuff. I think she did a duo with Miley Cyrus and Laura Jane Grace. That is sold to Stacy. If anybody else wants one, let me know. I ordered a bunch of them. I think I ordered 30 of them, and we're down to like 5 or 7. I knew that would sell well. Joan Jett, I've got those available. Mary Jane Girl, Steve Winwood. Paul McCartney, Tripping, the Live Fantastic Highlights. This is from 1990. It's a club edition, near mint and pristine, with original inner sleeve, $29.99. Of course, Tripping, the Live Fantastic was a Paul McCartney live set. This is a highlights compilation from that, $29.99. The Marshall Tucker Band, Running Like the Wind, $14.99 for Marshall Tucker Band. Wings Greatest Hits, $24.99. Wings Greatest Hits. I don't know if y'all have learned by now, but Paul McCartney is one of my all-time favorite artists. So anytime I'm holding a Wings Greatest Hits, it's just like, I know we got a lot of people watching that probably don't own this, and you should. It's incredible stuff. $24.99. Of course, I may be partial. John Sheehan wants Paul McCartney. That was Tripping the Live Fantastic. Walt Cruz says he'll take one of the Joan Jetts. That's sold to Walt Cruz. We have Wings, Marshall Tucker. Where did I get to? Kansas, Monolith, Gatefold, $19.99. Kansas, very clean copy. This is all stuff from Wisconsin. I bought a collection Sunday. They're moving it tomorrow, as in Tyler and Paul. I don't want to tell you all a lot about it. I really can't right now, but I promise you whenever we're ready to announce this collection I bought Sunday, you will be very interested. It'll be it's a very good collection, but you'll be very interested in when I tell you about this collection I bought Sunday. And then we've got Paul. He's leaving to go on a buying trip. He's going all the way to Maine. And we're buying records in Maine, New York, West Virginia. He's coming pretty much down the East Coast in a truck. He's flying up there, and we've got like 4 collections we're going to try to buy and fill up a large U-Haul. We've kind of done the math, and we think we can fit everything into a big truck. So we're pretty much buying like 4 collections all up and down the East Coast this week. So pictures to come. Hopefully we actually... we can get those here and get those showed to you as soon as possible. But we have plenty from the Wisconsin as well. Our back room is overloaded. Stray Cats, Built for Speed. This is near mint in shrink wrap, $24.99. Stray Cats, Built for Speed. That's in shrink wrap, $24.99. Sticks, Kilroy Was Here. Sticks is $19.99. Gatefold, near mint, Kilroy Was Here, $19.99. $19.99. Les Paul, The New Sound. I've never seen that one before. $24.99. Les Paul's in shrink wrap. The New Sound. Never seen that one before. Early Capitol record. $24.99. Les Paul. Craig Johnson, first to Sticks. James Cohorn was second. Adam Stein, first to Les Paul. First time I think I've had that one before, especially that nice. The Rascals, Once Upon a Dream. The Rascals is $14.99. Gatefold Atlantic record. That's an earlier Atlantic label, a two-tone label. Nice, $14.99. Has a Sam Goody's price tag on the back. Lou Reed Transformer, $29.99. This is a Best Buy Series Black Label reissue. That is $29.99. Lou Reed Transformer. And Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward, $49.99. Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward, $49.99. Emmylou Harris, Last Date, $14.99 on Emmylou Harris. And John Denver, I Want to Live. John Denver is $9.99. Aerosmith, Get Your Wings. Aerosmith, Get Your Wings. Nice looking copy. $29.99 of Get Your Wings. This cover is known for a lot of ring wear and wear in general. Not bad for this one. Not bad for that one. $29.99 on Aerosmith. And we have Brian Jones presents The Pipe of Pan at Jojuka. What the heck is this? Brian Jones of the Stones. This is a 79 Japanese press and $69.99. I wonder if Carol Puckett or Brent Rabley has that one. That's definitely a Stones obscurity. Brian Jones presents The Pipes of Pan at Jojoka. Never seen that before. Japanese with Obi, $69.99. The Bully albums. Yes, I got the Bully albums. Let me show those. If you ordered one through Walt's Post, let me show those. Walt Cruz can tell you a little bit more about Bully than I can. These are $28.99. I think I've got to get more. But Walt made a post in the group, and he said he wished I would have ordered this. He would have got one through us or something like that, which there's so much new stuff out. I saw this. It was actually top of the best sellers for that week. I didn't know who Bully was. But they're $28.99. These three are already sold. I think James Bragg and two other people, and then one other person wants one. I got to order more. But if you ordered that through Walt's Post, Walt kind of made a post about this album, then some people said they wanted one. They're $28.99. I've got those available. I got to order more, though. Okay, back to the bin. Jimmy Ball wants the Aerosmith. Jackie Reynolds wants the Depeche Mode. That one's tough to get. That's sold to Jackie Reynolds. And Toby Graham wants the Brian Jones. That's sold to Toby Graham. Those three are all sold. Let me go ahead and show a few more, then I'll get some Japanese auction started. We do have new Japanese stuff. I saw a Star Wars album in there. Willie Nelson, Yesterday's Wine. This one's not easy to get. $49.99. Yesterday's Wine, Willie Nelson, $49.99. The Rolling Stones, Miss You, $34.99. Miss You and Faraway Eyes, $34.99 on red vinyl. Miss You and Faraway Eyes, $34. I think John found a good crate. I remember looking through some of these when I flew up to Wisconsin to look at this collection. This guy had a lot of the really good stuff kind of into a couple tubs together, and I knew we hadn't put any of it out yet, and it looks like John found some of that today. There's fantastic albums still in this Wisconsin. Put down Jerry Stone for a Bully album. I don't know the three who claim these. Just make a note. I need to look up that post and get all those tagged. I meant to do that this week, but they wasn't in. Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass. This is a UK pressing of the Rolling Stones Hits Comp 74. 1974 UK, $34.99. Jimmy Ball claimed a Bully album. I think James Bragg did. And maybe somebody, I know two other people did. I will go back to Walt's crew. I'll go to Walt's Post and make sure we get those tagged, and I know I got to order more regardless. Charlie Daniels, haven't had this in a while. His debut album, $34.99. This one's not easy to get. I always like this one. It has a map of Tennessee. Look, there's Lebanon. There we are. Charlie Daniels, $34.99. That's his debut album. We haven't had that in quite some time. Back to the Future, in shrink wrap, $44.99. Back to the Future. OG Back to the Future soundtrack in shrink wrap. Beautiful top copy. Patches by Clarence Carter, $29.99. It's near mint. Near mint Clarence Carter record. Near mint Patches, $29.99. Wow. Just don't see that too often, especially in that kind of grade. Everybody Hurts, REM. This is 1993 yellow vinyl, $49.99. Everybody Hurts, REM. This also has Mandolin Strum, Belong Live, and Orange Crush Live. Wow. That's really cool. Has a hop sticker on it. Yellow vinyl. Eric Beck wants BF. That's Back to the Future. Jimmy Ball's first on Clarence Carter. Jason Fornerat first on REM. Jimmy Ball second on REM. Scott Glasser second on Clarence Carter. And Roger Ramjet wants the Charlie Daniels. And Tanner, that one was $34.99. The Charlie Daniels debut. Raspberry's Best featuring Eric Carmen. Raspberries is $19.99. Robert Plant's $44.99. Here's a later album that we don't get in as often. This is Manic Nirvana by Robert Plant. Near mint, cover, inner sleeve, and vinyl. $44.99 for Robert Plant. Manic Nirvana. Prince and Purple Rain, or Prince, Purple Rain, Prince and the Revolution. This has got the inner sleeve with it. $39.99. This is an 84 Columbia House pressing of Purple Rain by Prince, $39.99. There's 2 new Prince albums coming out this week. We should have them on Thursday night sale if they don't get here tomorrow, and that is The Gold Experience and Truth, maybe. 2 new Psychedelic Furs, $34.99, near mint. Psychedelic Furs, $34.99 on the Psychedelic Furs. And Julie's Golden Greats, Julie London, $19.99. That's a Julie London hits comp. Let me get a couple new Japanese, or our first Japanese auction started. I want to go ahead and start with 2 that we don't get too often, which is Star Wars and a Hank Williams Sr. Don't see a lot of Hank Williams Sr. Japanese pressings. These are going to be $45 and $35 starts. The $35 start is going to be Hank Williams, All About Hank Williams, which is a 2 LP Japanese compilation from Hank Williams Sr. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. There's 1 LP. There's the other LP. And then you get a nice gatefold jacket. It has a multi-page book. It has pictures and lyrics. About the only flaw I can see is it does have some staining, some humidity staining in that open first page. Other than that, front, back cover, Obi, everything's really nice and near mint vinyl. Hank is a $35 start. Now, Star Wars. This is the Empire Strikes Back. This is a Japanese pressing. No Obi, but it is near mint and pristine vinyl. There's 1 LP. This is a 2 LP set, Empire Strikes Back. It does have a book with it. Pictures, dialogue from the movie. Has a Japanese insert. And really cool cover. Awesome artwork on the back. Famous shot of Darth Vader on the front. Gatefold. This has the main theme, Yoda's theme. This has the Imperial March too. This is I think the original soundtrack doesn't have like the Imperial March. This has Yoda's theme on it, Star Wars main theme. Yeah, this is good stuff here. That's a $45 start, and I think we've already got a bid. All right, let me go back up to the top. Tim Luddy wants the Robert Plant RP. That's sold to Tim Luddy. Jimmy Ball on the Psychedelic Furs. That should have been put up for auction. That's sold to Jimmy Ball, though. Christopher's at $45 on Star Wars. Jason's at $35 on Hank. And Jimmy Ball also bid $45, now $55 on Star Wars with Pete. NXS, What You Need, extended mix. Never seen this. Looks like a 12-inch single, $14.99. NXS, What You Need, that's in shrink wrap. NXS. Noel Harrison, The Great Electric Experiment is over, $9.99. Noel Harrison. The Beatles 6, an Apple pressing. It is in shrink wrap, near mint. Very clean record. The Beatles 6 is $29.99. That's in shrink wrap. Conway Twitty, I wonder what she'll think about me leaving. Oh, Conway. This is on Pickwick. $9.99 for Conway Twitty. $9.99. Sting, We'll Be Together. $14.99. Sting, We'll Be Together. $14.99. That's a 12-inch single as well. And Talking Heads is $54.99. Nice copy. Near mint minus vinyl. Has a crease right here on the cover. That's an 84 Columbia House pressing, $54.99. Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense. The Best of Taj Mahal, $19.99. The Best of Taj Mahal, $19.99. High bid on Star Wars right now. We got 4 people bidding. I see $80, and Hank Williams is at $35 with Jason Fornerat still. Final call on Hank at $35. New claim, Wolves Council on TM Taj Mahal. That's sold to Wolves Council. We have Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Good Music, $29.99. Let's see how fast that one goes. Joan Jett, Good Music, $29.99. Joe Maynard's at $40 on Hank. Star Wars is at $82. 10 Years After is $29.99, recorded live. 2 LP, 10 Years After, recorded live, $29.99. And The Rainmakers. The Rainmakers is $19.99. The Rainmakers, $19.99. This is If You Knew Susie. Susie Quattro, $14.99. Joe Maynard's at $40 on Hank. Jeff McMaster is first to the Joan Jett. Ryan was second. Michael Nath was third. Jason Fornerat back in on Hank at $45. High bid on Empire Strikes Back is $82. Weird Al, this is $39.99. Dare to Be Stupid. Weird Al Yankovic, $39.99. Dare to Be Stupid. Rush is $64.99. This is an 81 Columbia club pressing of Moving Pictures. This is so nice, though. The jacket, the original inner sleeve, and the vinyl. Beautiful, near mint, 81, and that is Columbia House pressing of Rush Moving Pictures. Very nice copy of that. Moving Pictures, 81 club pressing, $64.99. 83 on Star Wars, Christopher Nagy, first on Weird Al. Tracy was second. Jason Fornerat was 30. And Jimmy's out on Empire Strikes Back. The Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash, $24.99. The Best of Johnny Cash, $24.99. Very clean looking vinyl. That's called Ring of Fire, $24.99. And a MoFi pressing of T for the Tillerman, $99.99. Cat Stevens MoFi pressing of T for the Tillerman, near mint. Boy, I might have to give that a spin. MoFi pressing. I do regret, who bought the Jim Croce MoFi pressing of Don't Mess Around with Jim? I highly regret selling that the other night. Pete Weisgarber, first on Johnny Cash. We have Def Leppard, $64.99. OG High and Dry. Very clean copy. The vinyl is near mint minus. Really nice jacket. $64.99 on that. Priest Live, $39.99. Judas Priest Live, 2LP. Beautiful. $39.99 on Judas Priest Live. And Eddie Grant, Going for Broke, $19.99. Let's get our auctions updated. High bid on Empire Strikes Back, we had 82. John Leal bid 83. Japanese pressing 2LP, $83 on that, going once, going twice. Hank is at 45 with Jason Fornerat. The Hank Williams Sr. Final call on that. Craig Proper first on Def Leppard. That sold to Craig Proper. Jimmy Ball was second. The Rush is $64.99. Rush is $64. It does look like it's new. It is a club pressing, but it's a top copy. 81 Columbia House. What's weird is I don't see... Yeah, there it is. Let's say I don't see the CRC. There it is. CRC. Don't let that bring it down. I mean, some people's like, it's a club. But still, it's extremely nice. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome, $29.99. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. That's 2 LPs, near mint. The cover does have a punch hole there. Out of the Blue, Electric Light Orchestra, $34.99. Does it got any extras with it? It's got the original inner sleeves. It is a nice gatefold, $34.99. And John Fogerty, Eye of the Zombie, $19.99. We do have a new bid on Hank, 46. And a new bid on Empire Strikes Back, 85 and 46 on those. Michael Grind wants Frankie Goes to Hollywood. That's sold to Michael Grind. Pete Weisgarber first on the Electric Light Orchestra. Joe Maynard, you were second on Frankie. Nothing wrong with club pressings. I agree. Now, I guess when it comes down to it, I think what's happened with club pressings is it's the Discogs effect. When somebody's looking up something on Discogs and you're going to go to buy something and you see two different copies of Moving Pictures, most people are going to buy the original over the club. And I think what's happened over the years is because more people, if they're looking for a copy of Moving Pictures on Discogs, they see the OG and they see the club, more people's going to buy the club, or more people's going to buy the original, which is going to naturally raise the price. The more you buy it, higher demand, and it's going to lower the club. But there's a little bit of a difference, but I think that's what's happened. So most people think that clubs are worth less and they're not as desirable, but I think it's really just like a Discogs, like a kind of a, really far as quality, I guarantee if you listen to that and an OG, it's going to be very, very similar. I mean, it looks so well made, the vinyl and everything. Deep Purple's Greatest Hits. Deep Purple's Greatest Hits. This is a 1985 Holland, $34.99. Never seen that before. Deep Purple's Greatest Hits. It's a 2LP Holland compilation in shrink wrap, $34.99. And Dire Straits Communique. This is really nice, $26.99. Really nice copy of Communique, which I used to call Communique, but it's Communique, $26.99 on that one. Okay, let me go back up to the top. We had ELO, we had Frankie. We have Hank Williams Sr. at 47. Roger Ramjet said he'll take the Rush. I think I talked him to it. I promise you. That's anytime I say Columbia House, we mark them because people want to know if they're clubs or not. But I've never had anybody get a club copy from me and be like, this club copy sounds horrible. That don't happen. Now, if you start splitting hairs with, audiophile pressings, they're going to probably say, well, there was a little bit of a difference in this song. But then some club copies are more desirable. So don't let the word club distract you when you're making a purchase. Or be like, or make you change your mind and then you regret not buying it. Empire Strikes Back. Final call. John Leal, let me know if you're in or out. Tracy did bid 85. You were the next bidder at 83. Final call on that at 85. And final call on Hank for 47. 85 and 47. This crate is definitely worth doing a recap over. Great stuff in here. Let me read through those one more time. Everything in here is nice. Mary Jane Girls for you only, $14.99, or excuse me, only for you. Steve Winwood's in shrink wrap of Hop Sticker, $19.99. Higher Love. Marshall Tucker Band, Running Like the Wind. The cover does have a crease right here. Other than that, very nice, $14.99. John Leal's back on ESB for 86, and final call on Hank now. I think they're still bidding on that. Wings Greatest Hits, $24.99. Wings Greatest Hits, just $24.99. Kansas Monolith, $19.99. Stray Cats is in shrink wrap. Very nice copy. Built for Speed, $24.99. Rock This Town, $24.99. If I don't throw it around. Stray Cats, $24.99. The Rascals, Once Upon a Dream. The Rascals is $14.99. Joe Maynard wants Built for Speed by the Stray Cats. He said, check the feed. I think I called Frankie before Michael, but we'll honor the feed. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Michael Grind was first. And then you were second, in between Randy, Pete, and Trey's other comments. Michael was first, then you. Rosie also asked, what's a MoFi pressing? MoFi is a label. Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. That's a label who builds audiophile or makes audiophile pressings. They've been around since about early mid-70s. Next comment is Tracks on Beatles 6. Give me 1 second on that one. Joe Maynard got that. Michael Hickson wants MJG. That was Mary Jane Girls. That's sold to Michael Hickson. Jack Suslack wants WG. That's Wings Greatest Hits, maybe? Is that right, Jack? WG, Wings Greatest. That's sold to Jack. And we have Lou Reed Transformer, $29.99. What happened on the Empire Strikes Back? John Leal bid again. So Tracy Miller, you're out. Let me know if you want to bid again or if you're out for sure. Let's go ahead and end the Hank Sr. before he gets buried. Jason Fornerat gets that for $47. That's sold for $47. Emmylou Harris, last date, $14.99. Where are you on the SRV autograph? SRV autograph is about to be sent off to JSA for a letter of authentication. We're actually wanting to get a letter of authentication. We actually went and took it locally just the other day. John Young let us know that there was an event literally right down the road, but they just give you a sticker, but we kind of would like to get a full letter of authenticity on that one. Tracy, Empire Strikes Back is at $86. No, we've got it. It is here. We've got it pending because we were going to hold off, and then we decided to go ahead and send it in. Let me put up a new, but man, we've had five people probably tried to buy that thing before we've sent it off. We've had some crazy offers on it, but we're going to wait and get it back and then have it one night and put it up for auction and see what happens. But we've had some pretty incredible offers on that first thing. So, pictures. Yes, I think we have pictures. Yes, we've got pictures. I can get you some pictures. Kool and the Gang's Greatest Hits. Japanese pressing. Near mint and pristine. $35 start. That has a Japanese insert with it. Kool and the Gang's Greatest Hits. Jungle Boogie. $35 start. This is very nice. It does have one corner ding here. $35 start. Nice obi. No foxing. No discoloration. Near mint vinyl has the insert with it as well. John Leal, you're out on Empire. We have John Denver. I want to live. $9.99. Yesterday's Wine. Willie Nelson. $49.99. I think the Stevie Ray Vaughan is boxed up, but we can get pictures, or we have pictures. Rolling Stones Miss You. $34.99. That's on red vinyl. Red vinyl from Holland. Big Hits. High Tide and Green Grass. Paint It Black, Heart of Stone, Satisfaction, Get Off My Cloud. That's a gatefold. 74 UK, $34.99. Raspberry's Best, featuring Eric Carmen, $19.99, featuring Go All the Way. Raspberries. Purple Rain was $39.99. Prince and the Revolution. Julie London's Golden Greats. Almost said Lulu. Julie London's Golden Greats, $19.99. NXS is $14.99. John Lill's out on Empire. Tracy has it for $88. Final call on that now. I think everybody's done. Gary Samuels is at $35 on Cool in the Game. Going once, going twice on that. Noel Harrison. The Beatles 6 is $29.99. That's in shrink wrap. The Beatles 6. Conway Twitty. If you need price on any of these, let me know. Sting. Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense. $54.99. 84 Columbia House. 10 years after recorded live. The Rainmakers, If You Knew Susie, Susie Quattro. T for the Tillerman, that's a MoFi pressing, $99.99. T for the Tillerman. Judas Priest Live is still available, $39.99. Eddie Grant, John Fogerty, Deep Purple's Greatest Hits, and Dire Straits Communique. That was just the first crate of vintage. I figured maybe a few more of those needed to be thinned out, but if you change your mind, let me know. We got a new bid on Cool in the Gang at $36. Let me see what we got over here in the next crate of vintage. John priced the heck out of some stuff today. Looks like some good titles in here. That's interesting. Jimmy Page. I've never seen that before. That's in shrink wrap. I bet that's going to sell. Okay. Yeah, this is a great crate. I was making sure there's nothing in here I wanted to buy before y'all get to it. Great stuff. Great looking stuff, though. All right. Talking Heads was $54.99. Near mint. Actually, there's a couple questions. Hold on a second. There's a couple claims. First is NXS and Judas Priest for Dwayne Sevilla. There's Judas Priest, and there's NXS. Let's pull those for Dwayne. Sold and sold. Those are sold and sold to Dwayne Sevilla. Kevin Rock wants to know how much was Quattro. Susie Quattro was $14.99. $14.99. Next was Walter wants to see the Conway Twitty again. It's called I Wonder What She'll Think About Me Leaving. Pickwick on the Pickwick label. That's $9.99. And then after that was Price and Condition of Talking Heads. That was near mint vinyl, original inner sleeve, $54.99, and about a VG cover. Cool in the Gang is $37. Cool in the Gang is $38. And Let's Sell Empire Strikes Back. That is done now to Tracy Miller for $88. That's over $88. Walter Savage said sold on Conway Twitty. And Cool in the Gang is at $38. Okay, new vintage arrivals. Let's see what's in here. As soon as we're done with Cool in the Gang, I'll start 2 new ones. A super crate, if these are full and packed, what do they hold, Tanner? 60 or 70? 80? 70. If these are packed, probably as tight as it's safest for them, as tight as it should be, $70. Or excuse me, 70 albums. Stevie Wonder's Greatest Hits, $24.99. Greatest Hits Volume 2. I like the track listing on this one. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. If you really love me for once in my life, we can work it out. Stevie Wonder is $24.99. I'm going to go over here and flip on the air conditioning. I'm over here sweating again. I got to tell my mom, like, hey, when you leave here, just turn the AC on 67. What's that? Yeah. 74 is what it averages in here, which is insane. 67, it'll run like all day, which is what I prefer. Cool in the Gang, 39 and 40. And Stevie Wonder, $24.99. Stevie Wonder's Greatest Hits. Bob Dylan and the Band, $44.99. Bob Dylan and the Band Basement Tapes, near mint, $44.99. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers live, Pack Up the Plantation, $49.99. Near mint, really nice copy. Supertramp, Crime of the Century, $19.99. Paul Simon, Graceland, in shrink wrap, original inner sleeve, $29.99. Final call on Kool and the Gang. Colin Butler has that for $40. Diana Ross and the Supremes Anthology. Triple LP, $29.99. Very heavy. $29.99 on Diana Ross and the Supremes. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, $19.99, gatefold. Thomas Dolby, The Golden Age of Wireless, $19.99. She blinded me with science. Tony Bennett, Who Can I Turn To? Tony Bennett's $9.99. Chicago is $9.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, $19.99. Gatefold. Original Columbia 2i, beautiful, $19.99. Ella Fitzgerald sings the Harold Allen Songbook, Volume 2, $29.99. Ella Fitzgerald sings the Harold Allen Songbook. That's also very nice, $29.99. Joe Maynard on TD. Thomas Dolby. Kool and the Gang is sold to Colin Butler for $40. There are some incredible records already in this bin. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, Let It Loose, $14.99. Bob Seger, 9 Tonight, $34.99. 2LP Live Bob Seger. Charlie Daniels Band, Me and the Boys, $24.99. Charlie Daniels, Me and the Boys, $24.99. Fred Carnell on the Tom Petty. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Dan Olson said, which Chicago? That is Roman numeral number X, which is 10. Chicago 10. The Chocolate Bar album. Songs in the Key of Life. This has the booklet and the 45 single complete, $34.99. Near Mint Vinyl, it has the lyric booklet and the bonus 45 that originally came with it. That is $34.99. Someone needs to get that. In Search of Ancient Gods, an experience in sound and music based on the books of Eric von Däniken. Absolute Elsewhere, 1976 UK pressing, $24.99. Dwayne Sevilla, first on Stevie Wonder. John Leal was second. Babe Ruth, First Base. Babe Ruth is $29.99. First Base, Babe Ruth. Kansas, Vinyl Confessions, $19.99. Wendy Pierce wants the Miami Sound Machine. Billy Joel, Stormfront, $59.99. Don't get this one as often. Stormfront, original inner sleeve from 1989. Billy Joel, $59.99. Cyndi Lauper, She Bop. That's a 12-inch single, $14.99. Marty Ellis first to Billy Joel. John Leal was second. The Kinks, Live the Road. That is sealed. Sealed Kinks, $24.99. And Level 42, World Machine. Level 42 is $24.99. Next two Japanese pressings. We've got, let's do, let's go ahead and bring out some good looking stuff. Let's do Van Halen 5150. Whoa. Van Halen 5150. This is EX. I can't say this one is near mint pristine, but an EX Japanese pressing means we have one scuff right here from what I can see on side 2. Van Halen 5150. Side 1 is near mint pristine. This is a $55 start. $55 start. There's the LP. There's the lyric booklet. There's the cover and Obi. $55 start on Van Halen. That is up for bid. And the Eagles' Greatest Hits. $45 start on this. Near mint and pristine. $45 start. This one is perfect. Vinyl, the insert, the cover, the Obi. $45. Okay. We have Billy Joe, Kenny Heathcock first to Cyndi Lauper. Walt Cruz was second. And Darren Myers at 55 on Van Halen. Local Hero, music by Mark Knopfler, 1999. Local Hero soundtrack, Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits. The Knack, Round Trip, $14.99 on the Knack, Round Trip. The Rolling Stones, Greatest Hits, $34.99 on the Nova label. Interesting. It's by Decca. It's from Hamburg, Germany, $34.99. England Dan and John Ford Coley, Dowdy Ferry Road, $9.99. Aerosmith, Rock in a Hard Place, $29.99. Going once, going twice on Van Halen for $55 and $45 start on the Eagles. Buddy Holly is in shrink wrap. Take a look at this. $44.99. Buddy Holly and the Crickets, near mint and pristine in shrink wrap. That's sold to John Young. Before that, Michael Nath wants RS, which is the Rolling Stones. And the Diana Ross and the Supremes, Michael Hickson. That was the Anthology. That is $29.99. This is Jimmy Page, Albert Lee, and John Paul Jones. No introduction necessary. Interesting. $29.99. Never seen that before. No introduction necessary. I don't know if that's... It does have a piece of tape on the cover. Just FYI. That won't peel off nicely either. It does have a piece of tape on the cover. Vinyl's near mint. That's a 84 UK. Michael Hickson said sold on the Diana Ross. Michael Nath wants no introduction necessary. Final call on Van Halen for 55. Final call for the Eagles for 45. The Ray Charles Story 2LP compilation, $29.99. Ray Charles Story. Elvis, Almost in Love, $9.99. Solid Gold, $14.99. This is a compilation by the Lovin' Spoonful, the Worlettes, Cal Jader, the Gentrys, MGM Artist, $14.99 or an MGM comp. Prince, Around the World in a Day, just $24.99. Around the World in a Day. Right? Yeah, $24.99. I'm pretty sure it is. And Van Morrison Wavelength is $29.99. The Psychedelic Furs, Midnight to Midnight, $34.99 on the Furs. The Psychedelic Furs. Van Halen has one stray scuff mark on it, EX. That's what makes it EX. Side 2, Side 1's near mint and pristine. Jeff McMaster first to the Psychedelic Furs. And if you say out Joe Maynard, I'm going to go ahead and sell it to Darren Meyer. Can't believe no one else bid. If anybody wants the Eagles, it's a $45 buy it now. The Eagles' greatest hits, 71 to 75. That is a top copy, Japanese pressing. $45 buy it now on that. The Eagles' greatest hits, 71 to 75. Traffic on the Road, $29.99 for Traffic on the Road. Three Dog Night, It Ain't Easy. This is a German pressing. It Ain't Easy, $24.99. Joe's in on Van Halen at 57. The Gold Diggers today. The Gold Diggers, $9.99. That looks interesting. Fleetwood Mac in Chicago. This is $39.99 featuring Otis Spawn, Willie Dixon. $39.99 on Sire. Fleetwood Mac live in Chicago. That's bluesy Fleetwood Mac. Music from Free Creek, $29.99. Free Creek has artists such as, let's see here, Keith Emerson. I see Linda Ronstadt, Larry Taylor, Chris Wood, Talk Runner, and Chuck Berry. That's on the Charisma label, $29.99. Roger Ramjet on Fleetwood Mac. Patty was second. Roger was first of that. Darren's back in on Van Halen at 58. Heat Wave, Hot Property. Heat Wave is $14.99. And Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Elton John, $19.99. Gatefold with that lyric booklet, it, $19.99. Joe, you're back out on Van Halen. Roger Ramjet got the Fleetwood Mac. Patty was second. Darren's at 58 on Van Halen. I'm going to read the titles left in here. Great stuff. If you want to know prices, let me know. I'm also going to go ahead and tell you some prices on some stuff that you should buy, like this one. This is probably my favorite go-to Stevie Wonder, Greatest Hits Volume 2. It's near mint, Motown, Tamala Motown, $24.99. Randy Scarborough first to Elton John. Van Halen, 60. Then we have a new bidder. Gary Samuels is also at 60, $51.50. Bob Dylan, here's another one, $44.99. The Bob Dylan and the Band Basement Tapes, $44.99. Looks like something Sherry Darnell would buy, $44.99. Both LPs are near mint. They're beautiful, $44.99. There is that. 60, got all my record books today, Chad. Thank you, love them. Thank you, Stacy. Darren Meyer's out on Van Halen, so now it's between Joe and Gary. Joe Maynard was in first at 60. Supertramp still available. Crime of the Century, $19.99. Paul Simon Graceland was in Shrink Wrap. Bruce Springsteen. Tony Bennett, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That's their kind of the go-to album, I guess. That has Spinning Wheel and You Make Me So Very Happy. It's also an original label, and it's pristine gatefold, $19.99. Ella Fitzgerald, Bob Seger Live, Charlie Daniels, Chicago 10 still available. So is Babe Ruth. That's something we don't get too often. In Search of Ancient Gods. Kansas, The Kinks was sealed, just $24.99. Level 42, Mark Knopfler, local hero. The Knack, England Dan, Aerosmith, Ray Charles, Elvis, Solid Gold, Prince, Van Morrison, Traffic, Three Dog Night, The Gold Diggers, Free Creek, and Heat Wave. All right. One claim out of here. We got Joe Gabriel on Errol Smith, and Kansas was 1999. Gary's at 61, so Joe, you're back out on that. Is Ancient Gods by Eric Van? Yes, it is, Walt Cruz. Yes, it is. I don't know how to say that last name too accurately, but yes, it is. Absolute Elsewhere, 76 UK pressing, $24.99. $24.99. Let's see here. Very nice copy, yes. The Gold Diggers. That's called Today, $9.99. And Gold Diggers were the dancer-singers on the Dean Martin Variety Show. There you have it, $9.99. The Gold Diggers. What's the Van condition? Van Morrison was, everything in here is EX, near mint minus, Wisconsin, beautiful records. Oh, Van Halen. There's a Van Morrison here too. Van Halen is EX. Side 2 is near mint minus. Side 1 is EX. It has one stray mark on it. One stray mark. Walt Cruz says he'll take it. Ancient Alien stuff in the 60s. In Search of Ancient Gods. That sounds interesting. Babe Ruth is $29.99, Colin. I'm going to go ahead and condense this crate with the other stuff. $29.99 on that one. Now the first 2 crates are in one crate. So if you need anything from the first 2 crates, they're literally right here behind me. I am going to go through, let's see here. There's the bullies. We'll just put these with the yeses. We want to set those to the side for right now. There's the list for the yeses. I'll tag the bullies in just a second. Final call on Van Halen because Joe Maynard's at 65 and Gary's out. So side 1 has one stray mark on it, keeping it from being, or it's otherwise a near mint and pristine record. Let me get this back crate right back here. Let me do some shifting. Like I said, final call tonight on some of our new vinyl here on the table. I'm going to put all these in alphabetical order over here in our bins. And I'm just breezing through these very quickly. And final call on some of them before we really put up some new stuff. Also put Paul Brothers down on that bully list. And let's see what we have in here. We got lots of more new vintage to go through, so don't go anywhere because we're going to go through these crates pretty fast. Just a recap of some new vinyl we have in here. Final call on Van Halen at 65. I have the Eagles, Hotel California, new and sealed, $31.99, remaster, Hotel California. Looks like I'm down to 2 copies of the 8 Mile soundtrack. 8 Mile, that is the 20th anniversary edition, $119.99. Music and inspired by the motion picture 8 Mile, $119.99. Kings of Leon, Only by the Night, $39.99 for Kings of Leon. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou soundtrack, good stuff there, $44.99. That is a 2 LP. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, $44.99. Live Neil Young, Somewhere Under the Rainbow. Neil Young with the Santa Monica Flyers, that's $49.99. It's a live show from '73 on 2 LP. That's $49.99. Government Mule, Deja Voodoo, that's on red vinyl for $46.99. Deja Voodoo. Talking Heads, More Songs About Buildings and Food. That's new and sealed for $31.99. Rebecca Barber wants an Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Craig Johnson's in on the Van Halen for $68. That's now new bid. Van Halen's at $68 with Craig Johnson. We have Ace Frehley, $33.99. New and sealed Ace Frehley, $33.99. Solo album. That's on black vinyl, not the picture disc. More Rush Hemispheres, $36.99. Raven, Stay Hard. That's limited 750 on yellow vinyl. They're numbered on the back. Raven is $38.99. U2, Under a Blood Red Sky, $33.99. Townes Van Zandt, A Far Cry from Dead. That is first time that was on vinyl, $36.99. Townes Van Zandt. Anthrax, Fistful of Metal, $33.99. Run the Jewels. This is Quattro. It's a remix of Run the Jewels 4, $44.99. Colored vinyl. ZZ Top. This is on gold vinyl. Eliminator, gold vinyl, $31.99. Eliminator. Yankee Hotel Foxtrot Wilco, $44.99. That's an indie exclusive. Creamy white vinyl, $44.99 on Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Creed, My Own Prison, $31.99. Master of Reality is $33.99. Got 2 copies of that. That's the 2012 remaster. Carole King, Home Again, $38.99. 1973 live concert from Central Park, Carole King. And Beth Hart live at Royal Albert Hall, purple vinyl, $34.99. $34.99. I don't think I have any more Hall & Oates greatest hits. I can put you down for one. Also, we need to make a post or make a note for Jeff Buckley. We've had 2 or 3 more people asking for Jeff Buckley. I think they're back ordered, but I need to check on that. And final call. Who was the other bidder on Van Halen? Joe Maynard. Joe, let me know if you're in or out on Van Halen. High bid's now $68. We sold Oh Brother Wart Thou. If anybody else is interested in anything in there, let me know. Okay, next crate of new vintage stuff. New vintage stuff. Okay. What's that? That will probably, I see some instant sellers in here for sure. Let me take a look at that thing. That might need to be put up for auction. If I see Aretha, near mint shrink wrap, it's just got to be put up for auction. Yeah, there's some nice records in here. Let's put these up. New vintage arrivals. We've got Van Halen is sold to Craig Johnson for $68. Will Europe be on next week's invoice? Europe comes out, I think that's due out this week, so it will be on your next invoice, yes. We invoice whenever they come in, so if it comes in like this week, then you'll get it on your next invoice. We have new vintage arrivals, Stray Cats. I don't know if I've seen this one too many times, $24.99. This is the Stray Cats Rock Therapy, $24.99. Stray Cats, $24.99. Styx, Man of Miracles. Wow. $24.99. Man of Miracles. Wood nickel label. $24.99. This is what? Red, White, and Bluegrass picking up. Red, White, and Bluegrass, $16.99. GRC. Looks like it has a, I don't know if that's, no, that's not part of it. Somebody's name there on the cover. $16.99 on a label. Johnny Cash, The Holy Land, original lenticular cover. $24.99. Original label too. Pete Weisgarber first to the Styx, Man of Miracles. That's sold to Pete. The Animals with Eric Burden, In the Beginning, $14.99. $14.99, The Animals. Alabama, Mountain Music, $9.99. Don Williams' Greatest Hits, $9.99. Duke Ellington and his Orchestra. Duke Ellington is $14.99. Beth Hart is still available. That's Beth Hart live at the Royal Albert Hall, purple vinyl, $34.99. Let's put up for auction Aretha's Gold. Chain of Fools, The House That Jack Built, Say a Little Prayer, Seesaw, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, RESPECT, Respect. I don't think that's the original inner sleeve. That's an RCA inner sleeve. This is an Atlantic record. But take a look at this. Beautiful, near mint, pristine vinyl. 1841 Broadway address, 4-digit. Aretha's in shrink wrap. This is a $30 start. Aretha Franklin. A beautiful, near mint, original compilation, top copy, $30 start. $30 start on that. Pete got Styx. Ron Phillips got the Don Williams. Tony Murphy's going to take the Beth Hart. Cody O'Neill, you were first to Alabama. Gary Samuels was second. Bernie Johnson's first to Duke Ellington. Michael Knapp's in on Aretha at 30. Who's on the Bluegrass LP? Red, White, and Bluegrass. I think that's the name of the band. Red, White, and Bluegrass, right? I think that's a white label promo as well. $16.99. I think that's the name of the group. The Yardbirds featuring Eric Clapton. Eric Slowhand Clapton. $24.99 for the Yardbirds. Jerry Butler's Golden Hits Live in shrink wrap. That's in shrink wrap, $14.99. Dale Shannon, the best of Dale Shannon, $14.99. That's on Dot Records. Runaway, very cool, very clean, $14.99. Jack Suslak first on CK. I think that was Carole King. The new Carole King over here. That's a fairly new release. Home Again, right, Jack? If so, sell that to Jack. Shelby's at 35 on Aretha Franklin. Michael Nass at 40. Pressing Yardbirds. Yardbirds Greatest Hits. This is on the Charlie label. It's a UK Pie Charlie label. Near mint and near mint cover. $24.99. Fred Carnell first on Dale Shannon. We have Shirley Bassey sings the hit song from Oliver. $14.99. Shirley Bassey, $14.99. John Mellencamp, The Lonesome Jubilee. John Mellencamp, 1999. And Elton John, Empty Sky. Empty Sky. Technically his first release. This came out in the States around 77, I think. 75. 1999. Shelby's in on Aretha at $45. Great track listing on that one, and it's a perfect copy. Billy Joel, The Bridge, $14.99. Shelby's at $45. Michael Nath is out. Marshall Tucker, Tuckerized is $14.99. Billy Squier in shrink wrap, hop sticker, $19.99 on Billy Squier. And Simply Red, picture book. Simply Red has a new album this week. Simply Red has a new album. I think I ordered one or two of them. Simply Red, $19.99. Let me change up my mic. Craig says it's getting a little scratchy. Let me change up my mic. Give me 1 second. Break though. Test 1, 2. Can you hear me now? Oh, never mind. We're not taking a break. Okay, 45 on Aretha. Michael said, never mind, I'm back in at 49. Cody O'Neill first on Simply Red. Rob Scheffler was second. The Earl Scruggs Review, Volume 2. Earl Scruggs Review, $14.99. Men at Work Cargo, $24.99. Men at Work Cargo. James Cohorn wants, he said better. My mic sounds better. Talking Heads Naked, $39.99 for Talking Heads Naked. Precious Stones, this is a Rolling Stones picture disc, 1981 from Holland, $39.99, and that is interviews. Those are interviews, more like a collectible you displayed. You can listen to it, obviously, but pretty cool. I seen the collection I bought Sunday, several framed picture discs. Aretha Franklin 50, Aretha Franklin 52. Come On Everybody, that's Elvis, $9.99. The Earl Scruggs Review Country Comfort, that's $14.99. Country Comfort, Earl Scruggs Review. What I'd say, this is a great Ray Charles album. Early Atlantic record, $24.99. It looks like about a VG Plus cover. Super clean vinyl for what it is. And, of course, it's great music on here. More so rock and roll Ray Charles, especially with What I'd Say, Parts 1 and 2. $24.99. Aretha, 50, 52. Debbie wants the Yardbirds if Pamela doesn't want it. Pamela, let me know if you want in or out on the Yardbirds. If not, that's so to Debbie. We got 3 bidders now on Aretha, but the high bidder is 52 of Michael Nath. Shelby's out. James Bragg is first to Talking Heads. Adam Stein is first to Ray Charles. That's so to Adam Stein, Ray Charles. Jerry Rafferty, Night Owl. Jerry Rafferty's $19.99. Boz Scaggs Hits, $19.99. Boz Scaggs Hits. Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever, $64.99. It's an '89 Pinckneyville press. Wow. Somebody needs to get all over that. Didn't even see that in the crate. Original Winter Sleeve, $64.99. Pamela passes on the Yardbirds, so that is so to Debbie. Kansas, The Spirit of Things. That's a Kansas album we don't see as often. $19.99. $24.99. It's from 1988. $24.99. Pamela's first to Tom Petty. David Tate was second. We also have Pamela out on the Yardbirds and Shelby. That means Michael Nath has it for 52. That's going twice, going 3 times. Joe Sloop's first to Kansas. David Tate, you were second on Tom Petty. Pamela was second on Kansas. Next, by Journey, $19.99 on Journey. And we have Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, Volumes 1 and 2, $64.99. I think we sold 4 or 5 of these suckers last week, including Japanese pressings. $64.99. Never had so many at once. Phil Collins, No Jack Required. It does have an address label up at the top. The vinyl is near mint. Nice cover other than the label. $19.99. The Trio, Dolly, Linda, and Emmylou. I'm surprised we don't sell more of these. They're always left behind. This one is sealed. It looks like it's a club pressing. $34.99. All right, Rebecca Barber, first on the Billy Joe. James Bragg wants Next by Journey. Stray Cats, Price and Condition. I think that was the first record in the crate. The vinyl is EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. Very nice vinyl. More so Near Mint Minus. About a VG Plus or better cover. It does have a little bit of a mark right here. But yes, decently nice, very nice cover. Let's see. Pamela is at 55. Okay, I thought, Pamela, I was about to sell that. I'm glad you came back in. No, she said out on the Yardbirds. She never was out on Aretha Franklin. Okay, so Pamela is now the high bidder on Aretha at 55. Now Michael Nath's out. Going twice, going 3 times. Jack Suslack wants the Phil Collins. That's so to Jack. Thank you. Duran Duran, $24.99, their debut album. Van Voren wrote his name on the cover. Other than that, very nice vinyl. And it has the, I don't know, that's not an original inner sleeve. That's from Buddha Records. Stray Cats was $24.99. The Nylons, one size fits all. The Nylons is $14.99. Bob Madon, first on Duran Duran. Manfred Mann's Earth Band, Somewhere in Africa, $14.99 for Manfred Mann. The Fireballs, Come On React, $14.99 on the Fireballs. The Real Donovan, $14.99. And U2 is $49.99. The Joshua Tree, U2, $49.99. This is a nice looking copy. Has the insert with it. The insert looks a little wrinkled. Nice though, $49.99. I think we sold one for a little bit more than that last week. All right, let's go ahead and sell Aretha Franklin. That's sold at auction to Pamela Yeager. It's going to be hard to find a nicer copy of that. Perfect in shrink wrap. And it's a great album too. It's her best songs. $55. That's sold to Pamela. We've already pulled Duran Duran. Fred Carnell is going to take the Stray Cats. That's one we don't see as often in their catalog. Steve Winwood, Talking Back to the Night, $19.99. Let me go pull some new vintage arrivals or new Japanese stuff we're going to put up for auction. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. Let's do Abbey Road. And let's do Billy Joel. 2 classics. Abbey Road is going to be a $65 start. We're talking nice, near mint and pristine Japanese vinyl. Abbey Road, very nice. No, the vinyl looks brand new. Has the Japanese insert with it with lyrics. Come on, flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeballs, he want holy rollers, he got hair down to his knees. You've probably heard those lyrics before. That's Come Together, written by Lennon McCartney. UK Flag Series number 12, it's a nice cover, VG++, $65 start on that. A beautiful copy, Japanese pressing of Abbey Road, $65 start. Billy Joel, 52nd Street is a $35 start. This one's also near mint and pristine. 52nd Street, there's the LP, nothing wrong with that. Has the original inner sleeve, Japanese insert, really nice cover with Obi. $65 and $35 starts. Back to the crate. Speaking of the Beatles, Rock and Roll Music, 2 LP compilation, foil cover, $39.99. Rock and Roll Music. That's a great, more of the rockin' type hits of the Beatles, the rock and roll hits. Gary U.S. Bonds, the best of Gary U.S. Bonds. That's in shrink wrap from MCA, $19.99 on Gary U.S. Bonds. $19.99 on that. The Fabulous Johnny Cash, $19.99. That's in shrink wrap. This is a Columbia Special Products pressing, CSP, Columbia Special Products. Ray Charles, Volume 2 in Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music. Very clean copy in shrink wrap, $19.99. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun. This is $34.99. Flip open cover. It's on a Electra butterfly label. Very clean looking copy. Waiting for the Sun. The Doors, $34.99. Looking for $65 and $35 starts on these. The Chambers Brothers, Love, Peace, and Happiness. $29.99 on the Chambers Brothers. The Deep Purple, Who Do They Think We Are? $26.99. Gatefold, original label, Deep Purple. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. That's $14.99 on the Doobie Brothers. They shoot horses, don't they? Musical highlights from the original soundtrack. They shoot horses, don't they? $19.99. Interesting. Joe Gabriel first on Deep Purple. That's sold to Joe Gabriel. And Emmylou Harris, Quarter Moon in a 10-cent town. Emmylou's $14.99. Steve Winwood, Winwood is $19.99. And Yes Big Generator, $19.99. Invoices are going to your email. If you haven't got one, then you might want to check your junk or spam folder. And Sherry or who? Kenneth or Sherry? Sherry, we haven't sent yours yet. Tanner says he hadn't created your profile yet. And then Kenneth, check your junk and spam folder. If you don't see it there, then let us know. Paul Brothers is at 65 on Abbey Road. Thomas Bowman's on Emmylou Harris. And video is laggy. We are on Wi-Fi right now. Let me plug in our hardwired connection. Yes, we are on Wi-Fi. Let me plug that in right now. I'm going to plug in our Ethernet port connection, so your feed may jump for a second, and it should be better after this. Sorry, we sometimes forget to do that. Okay. I guess I need to do a recap on some things in there. Final call on the Beatles, $65. Final call on Billy Joel for $35. Let me read through these titles one more time. If you want prices, let me know. Still some great stuff in here. Second time going through these, let me know. The Beatles, we already have a $65 bid. That's going once, going twice. Going once, going twice. And final call on Billy Joel as well. Very thirsty. All right, we have Johnny Cash, The Holy Land. The Animals with Eric Burdon. Red, White, and Bluegrass. That's the name of the band. Jerry Butler's Golden Hits. Roger Ramjet wants the Beatles rock and roll. That's sold to Roger Ramjet. Joe Maynard's at 67 on Abbey Road, so Paul Brothers, you're out. Shirley Bassey sings the hit from Oliver. John Mellencamp, Elton John, Empty Sky, Marshall Tucker Band, Billy Joel, The Bridge, Billy Squire, The Earl Scruggs Review, Men at Work, Cargo, Precious Stones, Rolling Stones picture disc, Earl Scruggs Review, Come On Everybody, Elvis, Jerry Rafferty, Al, Boz Scaggs Hits, The Nylons, The Trio, that was Sealed, Manfred Mann's Earth Band, The Fireballs, Come On React, Eric Eckhoff is first on the Elton John Empty Sky. That's sold to Eric E. We have The Real Donovan, $14.99 for Donovan. Joshua Tree, Steve Winwood, Gary U.S. Bonds, The Fabulous Johnny Cash, Ray Charles, Modern Sounds of Country and Western Volume 2, Shrink Wrap, The Doors, The Chambers Brothers, The Doobie Brothers, They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Steve Winwood, and yes, Big Generator. Looks like we got bids going back and forth on Abbey Road between Joe and Paul. I'm going to go ahead and make Billy Joel a buy it now. If anybody wants Billy Joel, $35 buy it now for 52nd Street. Billy Joel 52nd Street is a $35 buy it now. We've had a couple people ask the tracks on horses. Oh, if Craig doesn't copy that, I will let you know. But this is called They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Musical highlights from the original soundtrack. John Green and his arrangements. This is John Green's doing the music. So this is score music from it looks like disco. I mean, it looks like some kind of disco movie. I've never heard of this before. That's all new to me. Roger Ramjet gets the Billy Joel for $35. Joe Maynard's at 70 on Abbey Road. And Jerry says he has not sent an invoice either. We will take note of that. Condition of the vinyl was near mint, Dave. That's a white label promo. And the cover was VG, mostly because it has a sticker on the cover. But the vinyl was very nice. Okay, let's see here. I see some stuff that I pictured in the hot post in this crate. So let me see what we have in here. Oh my gosh. Stevie Ray Vaughan radio show. I wonder if we need to tag, let's see, who do we all need to tag on that? We need to tag Chris DeMoss, Michael Nath. Who's the other Stevie Ray fanatics? We got several. I got another Westwood One radio show here. Let's see here. Richard Marks, Montrose. This is another great crate. See another Stray Cats that I've never. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Yeah, Brent Rabley. Okay, where are we at on Allman Brothers? Paul Brothers, Allman Brothers, Abbey Road. Paul Brothers, you're out. Joe Maynard has that for 70. Going once, going price. Let's see here. Let's see. Zumo, thank you. And let me find Red, White, and Bluegrass. Let me just go ahead and show that to Dave Plunkett. Dave Plunkett, $16.99. $16.99. That's called Red, White, and Bluegrass. Picking up GRC White Label Promo, $16.99. And it has Elaine Swan's name on the front from October 27th, 1975. Okay. Lazarus, I think because you're new, some of the new people may have not got invoices yet because we hadn't sent those. Mostly because Lazarus, the couple people who haven't got one were new people. And I think we have to set you up a profile because we're having to keep up with all these sales tax accounts now. So invoicing is a 2-day ordeal. Okay. Abbey Road, Final Call 71. We have a Joan Jett album. This is 1984. $35 start. I can't recall the last time I've had this one. It's been a while. It does have some odd, like, marks on it right here. They're non-feelers. They do not affect playback. Side 1 is near mint pristine. $35 start. This is called Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Glorious Results of a Misspent Youth. Now, I just checked on her catalog because I ordered some of these new soundtracks. There is some of her stuff in print, but I know this one's not. I've never seen this before. This is Joan Jett. That's a $35 start. And it does have some odd marks on it, but it is going to play EX Plus near mint minus. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sell Abbey Road to Paul Brothers for $71. Nice copy of Abbey Road there. We do have a bid on Joan Jett at $35. And the Stevie Ray Vaughan is Westwood. This is 90-36. Yes, 90-36. Stevie Ray Vaughan Superstar Concert Series. Show 90-36 for broadcast for the weekend of September 8th through the 9th, 1990. This is a $125 start. Westwood 1, Stevie Ray Vaughan. $125 start. $125 start. Did anybody want They Shoot Horses soundtrack? They Shoot Horses, don't they? That was 19. I'm going to go ahead and put it away in the other crate. Now, new vintage arrivals. Richard Marx is somewhere in this crate. Yes, Richard Marx is somewhere in this crate. Joan Jett's at 35. Stevie Ray Vaughan's 125. Okay. New vintage arrivals. New vintage arrivals. Fourth crate in the row. Stray Cats, Gonna Ball, $24.99. Stray Cats, Gonna Ball, $24.99. Rick Springfield, $19.99. Beginnings. Rick Springfield in shrink wrap. Beginnings, $19.99. Wings at the Speed of Sound, $24.99. Wings at the Speed of Sound. Graham Parker, pouring it all out. The Mercury Years. I don't think I've had that one before. $14.99. Joan Jett, $35, $36, $37. Robert Palmer, Simply Irresistible, $14.99. Promo copy, 12-inch single. 12-inch single. Carpenters, Passage. Carpenters is $9.99. The Judds, Why Not Me? The Judds is $24.99. Pamela Yeager on Robert Palmer. That's sold to Pamela. Marshall Crenshaw, Downtown. Marshall Crenshaw is $19.99. And Montrose. Montrose is $19.99. Montrose, $19.99. Roger McGuinn, Gardiff Rose, $29.99. Roger McGuinn, Gardiff Rose. Richard Marx, Repeat Offender. In shrink wrap and hop sticker, $24.99. Richard Marx, original inner sleeve too, $24.99. Shrink wrap and hop sticker. Melissa Manchester, Hey Ricky, $9.99. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl, $19.99. Marty Ellis, first on Richard Marx. Jimmy was second. Graham Parker, The Real Macaw, $9.99 on Graham Parker. Sherry was third on Richard Marx. The Pointer Sisters, Black and White, $9.99. The Pointer Sisters and Robert Palmer, Clues. Robert Palmer is $19.99. Clues. Okay. We have Joan Jett, $36.37. Ryan Anderson, let me know if you're in or out. Bob has that for $37. Pamela got Robert Palmer. Marty Ellis was first to Richard Marx. Jimmy was second. Sherry was third. Grant Peltzer was fourth. If anybody wants to bid on Stevie Ray Vaughan, $125 start. Going once, going twice. There should be more copies of Clockwork Angels coming in this week. Yes. Wolves Council, new bidder on Joan Jett, $38. REO Speedwagon, Good Trouble, $19.99 on REO Speedwagon. Styx, Caught in the Act. Styx is $34.99. The Eurythmics Touch, $24.99 on the Eurythmics Touch. Rita Coolidge, Satisfied. Rita Coolidge is $9.99. Joan Jett's back in at $40. And we have Stevie Ray Vaughan is from 1990, September 8th and 9th, 1990, Westwood 1. And I think there's more. I just got this piece of paper here. I guess that's the only page on that. Wolves Council's at $42. Climax Blues Band, Flying the Flag, $19.99. The Cars Candy O, nice copy, $26.99. Roger McGuinn from earlier. John Young needs to put that back. Roger McGuinn, the radio airplay sampler. Cosmos Factory CCR, $34.99. Cosmos Factory, that's a nice copy, $34.99. Harry Chapman, Greatest Stories Live, $14.99. Harry Chapman, Greatest Stories Live. And Shaka, $9.99. That's in shrink wrap. Shaka, as in Shaka Khan, $9.99. All right, Wolves Council, 42. Joan Jett, 45. Wolves out. Bob has that for 45. Calvin's at 125 on this. 45 and 125, going once, going twice on both of those. Everything in here is EX plus to near mint minus. We have not done a check condition crate yet. I'm actually trying to find it. It might be over here. Is this check condition? Yeah, the check condition crate's over here. Nice stuff too. Ooh, here's REM. We'll probably put that up for auction, even though it's VG. Talking Heads, Kiss Alive 2. Uh-oh. VG Plus. Booklet and what? Maxim form. I don't think that came with it. That's from, he got in some Texas stuff. We're still putting out Kiss records from the Texas collection. I forgot about Texas. Don't forget Texas. Jeff McMaster got Shaka Khan. Final call on these two auctions. Chris Christopherson, Who's the Bless? $14.99. Kansas, Drastic Measures. Kansas is $19.99 for Drastic Measures. Billy Joel, Glass Houses. You May Be Right. I May Be Crazy. $14.99 for Billy Joel. Journey, Raised on Radio. That is $24.99. That one has Steve Perry on it, Raised on Radio. Billy Joel sold to Pamela Yeager. Sean Foxbower first on Chris Christopherson. Adam Stein, you were second to Billy Joel. We have Elvis, a Canadian tribute. Canadian yellow vinyl, or Canadian press on yellow vinyl. I guess that's Canadian yellow. I guess you could call it that. Gold vinyl, shrink wrap hop sticker, $19.99. And the Rolling Stones, Beggar's Banquet. Hadn't seen this in a while. Nice copy. Very nice copy. $39.99. Yeah, we still got Texas stuff. What's some of those collections we bought this year already? Texas, where else did we go to? Tampa, I think we sold most of that. Tampa was back in February. If there's any of that left back there, it's buried. Even though there were some great records in that. That stuff's probably buried. We got stacks of these crates, and they're just pushed up against the walls from all these collections. They're stacked about 5 high, and like stuff from back in February and March, it'll take us a year to dig it all out now, probably, to get to it, as much as we're still buying. Bob Riger's at 45 on Joan Jett, and that is sold. Joan Jett is sold to Bob Riger for 45. Calvin Ward gets to Stevie Ray Vaughan for $125. That's sold to Calvin Ward, $125. Sheila E., $14.99. Sister Fate on Sheila E. Olivia Newton-John, come on over. Come on over. I'm leaving my R's out of stuff. Come on over. $9.99. And Johnny Cash Orange Blossom Special. Original Columbia 2. I got to get a bottle of water. I don't have time to. I can't make my. I've already had one of my caffeine drinks, but I'll do one later. I plan on being pretty late here at the store again tonight. Latest I'd been here for a while last night. I left here at like 5 a.m. Then I went to Waffle House. And then I was up till like 9 o'clock. Right, Seth? Seth said that couldn't be more right. Seth's acting awfully weird. Seth's acting weird. Better watch out. That means he's probably over there stashing some stuff away. Sorry, I'm on a water break right now.
Are they on it with you, or?
Excuse me?
Did they go on it with you for water break?
Yeah, all our viewers are on a water break too. We're on a 60-second timeout. No, my mic is on. I'm live. I'm broadcasting all over the world right now. Let me adjust my back and spine. This is basketball rules. I got 5 timeouts. I'm on a 60-second right now. That means I got 4 timeouts left. I got 2 30s and 2 fulls. Oh, I dropped REM, but it's okay. Well, that was in there, but this one opens backwards. That's why, doesn't it? Yeah, it opens. It opens from this side. That's why I dropped it. This is a VG copy. VG copy. VG copy of, well, this looks very nice to be a VG. Let me see what's going on here. This side must be something on the other side. Seeing what John's seen that I didn't. Not a bad looking copy. I'm trying to figure out. He might see something that I don't. Buy it as if it's VG, but this thing looks pretty nice. This side here looks near mint minus to me. There is some marks on this side, but they're non-feelers. So I don't know what's going on. It looks more like VG Plus. So $25 start. This is REM's Fables of the Reconstruction. About a VG Plus cover. Not a bad cover whatsoever. Looks like it's an OG VG condition on the vinyl, even though it looks a lot better than that. $25 start. Fables of the Reconstruction. Okay, back up to the top. Let me see what I missed. Josh Ragland wants Johnny Cash. That's so to Josh Ragland. And Patrick's at 25. Yes, Seth is here. Seth is here in all his glory. He's got a big bag of food over there. He brought in some cake, and he said I could have some. So he's not getting fired tonight if he lets me have a piece of that cake. I've not had anything sweet today, so I feel some break. I feel some cake on the break. What you see is what you get. The Dramatics, $34.99. The Dramatics, what you see is what you get. Featuring In the Rain, the Dramatics on the Volt label, $34.99. Josh said I was looking for price. Johnny Cash, orange, my bad, $19.99. Original label, $19.99. If you want that, just say Johnny Cash sold. REM, 25, 30, 26, and now 31. Willie Nelson, Columbus Stockade Blues, $19.99. That's a great price on that one. Camden, $19.99. Willie Nelson, Columbus Stockade Blues. Carly Simon, Come Upstairs, $9.99. Sticks, Pieces of 8, $19.99. Sticks, Pieces of 8, $19.99. And we have Santana Marathon. Santana Marathon, $19.99. Santana. And Wild Cherry, Electrified Funk. Wild Cherry, $19.99. We don't see their stuff too often. Tanner's here. He's multitasking. I think he's sending invoices and fixing invoices and tagging records. So Mondays are busy, especially for Tanner. He's usually sending invoices, then he shows up here and tags, and then we fix invoices all night, usually. Okay, let's see what we got in our new, more Japanese stuff coming. I've got Van Halen, Diver Down, $65 start, and I've got an EX copy. Actually, we only got one spot right now, so let me go ahead and do Van Halen. Nice copy. Nice copy of Van Halen, Diver Down. Van Halen, Diver Down is a $65 start. Dancing in the Street. This is near mint and pristine. Van Halen, Diver Down, near mint and pristine. $65 start. It has a Japanese insert with it, and it has a very nice near mint cover with Obi. $65 start on that. Back up to the top. REM 34. Thomas Bowman says he'll take the Johnny Cash. Josh passes, so we're going to sell that to Thomas Bowman. REM's at 36. Brian C. wants the Wild Cherry. Tanner, that one was $19.99. Marty Ellis wants Santana. Jason's out on REM. Autumn's at 36. And Patrick said out on REM as well. So REM is at 36, looking for a $65 start on the Near Mint Van Halen Diver Down. All of our records are guaranteed, checked, 100%, cleaned, inspected. And not only that, they're guaranteed 100% satisfaction. We ship everywhere, as many as you want, for $7. Little River Band, Sleeper Catcher. Little River Band is $9.99. The James Gang, Your Album. James Gang's $19.99. Your Album, $19.99. Foreigner, self-titled debut, $19.99 on Foreigner. Self-titled debut, $19.99. Hall & Oates, Private Eyes. Hall & Oates is $19.99. And Elton John, Breaking Hearts. Elton John is $19.99. Breaking Hearts. Shaka Khan, I Feel For You. $9.99. If there is anybody new watching, we buy collections. We sell them here live on Facebook and YouTube. We do have a store. We're here in Tennessee, just east of Nashville. We sell here on Facebook and YouTube every night. If you're local, if you want to make a trip here, that's great. We sell here on Facebook and YouTube pretty much every night. We also sell other collectibles, probably next to records. Our next thing is probably toys, knives, coins, and comic books. And Wednesday night, we're probably going to have we used to have coin and knife shows as often as we do records. Coin and knives got a little bit tougher to find, so we started having more record sales. Wednesday night, we're probably going to sell some coins, and we're a case knife dealer. We're a case knife dealer. There's new stuff coming out. We got a bunch of new stuff to show. We got new coins, new silver currency, and of course, we buy all that stuff too. We buy coins, we sell coins, we buy knives, we sell knives, we buy toy collections. I told somebody the other day I probably know more about knives and coins than I do records, even though I sell these things every night. But that's kind of more I'd say records are hard to master. There's 10 billion different records. It's a little bit easier to understand coins and pocket knives and maybe even toys. So, all right, final call on REM. Wendy Pierce gets Shaka Khan. That's sold to Wendy Pierce. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. This is $44.99. Slippery When Wet. Very clean. That is $44.99. Sports cards. I didn't even mention that. Sports cards, collectibles, posters, advertising, memorabilia, autographs, signs, posters. Did I already say that? Funkos, puzzles, radios, pottery. I'm looking around the store here. Speakers and electronics, even though I don't have as much as I used to. $149.99. Soul, and More Soul by the Wallace Brothers. $149.99. 64. It does have some sing splits. The Wallace Brothers. $149.99. David Tate gets Bon Jovi. Tanner, that was $44.99. We're going to go ahead and sell REM. That's sold to Autumn Betts for $36. If anybody wants Van Halen is a $65 buy now. $65 buy now. What does it take for you to travel to see a collection of records? It's just got to be the right quantity and the right quality. It's got to be the right quantity, right quality. The Man Who Sold the World. $59.99, 1972 Indianapolis press with the poster. With the poster, The Man Who Sold the World. Orange RCA label, 72 Indianapolis, and it has the poster. And it has the poster. Martin Pryor, you were second on Bon Jovi. Adam Stein wants the David Bowie. $54.99, Talking Heads. More songs about buildings and food. $54.99. Big Brother and the Holding Company, Be a Brother, $19.99. Big Brother and the Holding Company, Be a Brother, $19.99. Okay, Jeremiah, you were second on Bowie. I'm going to read through these titles one more time. I've still got 3 more crates of new vintage to go through. It's already 9:15. Time flies. We've been live for almost 2 hours. We've got 3 more entire crates to go back through. Then we'll probably do some kind of big recap. I've been through some of the new vinyl on the table. I do have some more I want to go through. But right now we're going to focus on vintage and try to go through as much as we can before 10 o'clock. Hopefully all of it. Here's what's left in this crate. If you want any prices, just ask. I'm just going to read the titles. Stray Cats, Gonna Ball. Rick Springfield, Beginnings. Wings at the Speed of Sound. Graham Parker, pouring it all out, the Mercury Years. Carpenter's Passage. Marshall Crenshaw, Downtown. The Judds, Why Not Me. Montrose. Roger McGuinn, Cardiff Rose. Melissa Manchester. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl. Graham Parker. Pointer Sisters, Black and White. Robert Palmer, REO Speedwagon. Price on Rick Springfield. Patty Williams. That is $19.99. Rick is in shrink wrap. Near mint minus vinyl. Rick is $19.99. Sticks, Caught in the Act. 2 LP live sticks, $34.99. Eurythmics Touch, $24.99. Here Comes the Rain Again, $24.99. Rita Coolidge, Satisfied, $9.99 on that. The Judds, Why Not Me? The Judds was $24.99. David asked, and so did David Cordell. David Tate and David Cordell. Climax Blues Band. We have Cars, Candy O. Cosmos Factory, CCR. We have Harry Chapman, Greatest Stories. Kansas Drastic Measures. Journey Raised on Radio, $24.99. Everything in here is sticker price right now. Price on Robert Palmer and tracks. Robert Palmer is $19.99. Elvis is $19.99. We have the Rolling Stones. Somebody asked earlier. Benton Bragg. This is $39.99. It is a near mint gatefold. Beautiful copy. The Rolling Stones Beggar's Banquet. $39.99. Beautiful. Can't believe no one's bought that yet. Sheila E. Olivia Newton-John. The Dramatics. Willie Nelson. Carly Simon. Styx. Pieces of Eight. Little River Band. James Gang. Foreigner's debut. Self-titled. Hall & Oates. The Wallace Brothers. Elton John. Talking Heads. And Big Brother and the Holding Company. I don't guess anybody wanted the Judds, and Patty says she'll wait on Springfield. So the Judds is $24.99. David or David. David Tate asked first. Those are up to y'all. The Robert Palmer was called Clues. Robert Palmer Clues. And Pamela Craig is going to graciously give us that. Pamela wants Stones if the other two don't want it. Arm Lozelle wants Journey. Wendy Pierce takes Springfield. Let me just put the crate back up here. Wow. All right, so first we got Pamela says she wants the Stones. I think Benton Bragg is going to claim it. So Benton does get the Stones. Beggar's Banquet. That is sold to him. Next was R.M. Lozelle on Journey, Raised on Radio. I was about to say, why hasn't nobody bought that yet? Journey, Raised on Radio. That is sold to R.M. Lozelle. Wendy wants the Rick Springfield. We'll make sure Pamela doesn't want it. Pamela, let me know if you want this. Or, excuse me, Patty. We got a lot of Patties and Pamelas. Patty Williams, let me know if you want that for $19.99. If not, it's sold to Wendy Pierce. Daniel Fowler, the James Gang Your album. Really nice looking copy. It's a gatefold, original label, and that was $19.99, Daniel Fowler. David Tate is going to claim the Judds. He was first on that. And Montrose was called... what was that one called? That, of course, that's Montrose as in Ronnie Montrose. That's the one that looks like a movie poster. That is Montrose. I think it's technically self-titled. Warner Brothers presents Montrose, produced by Ronnie Montrose. Near mint, about a VG Plus cover, $19.99. So Wendy does get the Rick Springfield at sticker. And Pamela passes on Robert Palmer. Okay, now I'm going to bring up our next crate, which is new check condition stuff. New check condition stuff. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to also put up some new Japanese auctions. Or I may flip through the next crate and see if there's any auctionable items in there. If not, we'll go with Japanese. But I got 3 more bins of new vintage stuff. I plan on showing them all here during part 1. Probably no more new vinyl. So if you've been waiting for new vintage, you're about to get a dose of it all in a row here. I've got new stuff coming up. We'll mix in a couple auctions here and there as well. I see an AC/DC that looks nice. And I see a Jerry Garcia. I'm just going to leave it in there. A couple Kiss albums, a couple Beatles albums. We'll leave all those in there. Let's see how nice this AC/DC is. Fly on the Wall.
I'm going to mute you for 10 seconds.
Okay. You got 48 hours.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, AC/DC Fly on the Wall. This is a $35 start. AC/DC Fly on the Wall. This has the original inner sleeve. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. It is beautiful. This is a $35 start. Nice inner sleeve too. I think you've heard of them. AC/DC. Alternate current, direct current. That is a $35 start, fly on the wall. Nice copy. All right, we have, let me make sure I didn't miss anything on that. And David's in at 35. Okay, Elton John's Greatest Hits Volume 2. VG copy, $16.99. VG copy, $16.99, original inner sleeve. And it has a booklet with it. Yes, I muted my mic. We have a delinquent buyer. We're having to make sure we get payment very quickly. VG Plus, $29.99, Dress to Kill. VG Plus, $29.99, Dress to Kill. It's about a VG minus cover, VG Plus vinyl. Eric E., first to Elton John. Final call on AC/DC, $35. Eric Clapton, Money and Cigarettes. That's EX, $14.99. Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson, Poncho and Lefty, VG Plus, $9.99. Kiss is sold to Brian C. That's sold to Brian C. Good-Hearted Woman, Waylon Jennings, EX, $34.99. EX, $34.99. Good-Hearted Woman, old Waylon. The Wall, Pink Floyd, 79 Terre Haute. That's an OG. VG Plus, $49.99. VG Plus on that one, $49.99. Cody O'Neill, first to Poncho and Lefty. That's sold to Cody. Van Halen, Diver Down. This is a VG copy for $19.99. Or we have a near mint pristine Japanese for $65. AC/DC is sold to David Tate for $35. We have next auction, Survivor, Eye of the Tiger. This is EX condition, $35 start. Survivor's Eye of the Tiger, EX condition, just a small couple of minute stray marks on it. $35 start. It does have the original inner sleeve. Nice cover of Obi. That's a $35 start. Van Halen is sold to Darren Meyer. Randy Scarborough was second. Still got Pink Floyd in there. Loretta Lynn, Coal Miner's Daughter. VG Plus, $14.99. Original Decca label in shrink wrap. Coal Miner's Daughter. Van Halen, 1984. This is a VG copy. Does have some cover damage. $19.99 on Van Halen. 1984. Hall & Oates Greatest Hits. Rock and Roll Soul Part 1. Rock and Roll Soul Part 1 is a VG copy for $9.99. Michael Hickson, first to Loretta Lynn. Looks like Gina Charles was first to this Van Halen. Let me know if that's right, Gina, if you did want 1984. Fred Carnell wants Montrose from the Last Crate. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Thomas Bowman is at 35 on Survivor. And John Cougar, Nothing Matters, and What If It Did? EX copy, $17.99. Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, EX condition, $29.99. Original label, very nice, EX. Gina was, yes, that was the correct one for her. All right, $1 start auction. $1 start auction. Queen, The Game. Yes, $1 start. Original inner sleeve, nice. EX condition, $1 start. Queen, The Game. Play the Game. Another one, Bites the Dust. Need Your Lovin' Tonight. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Save Me. That's a $1 start on Queen. That's up for bid. Final call on Survivor, $35. Roger Ramjet wants the Waylon Jennings. Now just somebody needs to buy Folsom Prison. Van Halen, another one. VG is $19.99. VG, Van Halen, $19.99. Everything in here is sticker price. The Mindbenders, A Groovy Kind of Love. EX, $9.99. We have Willie Nelson, Red-Headed Stranger, VG Plus, $19.99. VG Plus, $19.99. Sean, so he was, I think, making an offer on Waylon, but he also said $29 on cash. That's the sticker on that one. So sell cash to Sean for $29.99. Randy Scarborough is at $10 on Queen. David Cordell first on Willie Nelson. Final call on Survivor. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. That's EX, $17.99. The Beach Boys, Love You, VG Plus, $14.99. VG Plus, $14.99 on the Beach Boys. Lou Reed, Mistrial. That's EX, $14.99. This is Taboo, Volume 2. New Exotic Sounds of Arthur Lyman, VG Plus, $34.99. VG Plus, $34.99. Arthur Lyman, Taboo, Volume 2. Queens at $15, now $17. Incense and Peppermints, the Strawberry Alarm Clock. VG Plus, $34.99. Very cool, Strawberry Alarm Clock. Jim Croce, I Got a Name. VG Plus, $14.99. I Got a Name, Jim Croce. Queens now at $20. Let's go ahead and sell Survivor to Thomas Bowman for $35. Queens at $20. Pamela Yeager on Jim Croce. Tanner, that one was $14.99 to Pamela. Let me see what I've got over here in our new Japanese bin. How about a Footloose soundtrack? Always need those. Footloose soundtrack, $35 start. This is near mint and pristine Japanese vinyl. Footloose soundtrack. There's the LP. It includes a 2-page Japanese flip with scenes from the movie. Has another Japanese insert with lyrics. Beautiful near mint cover of Obi. That's a $35 start. Footloose. High bid on Queen is with Gary Samuels at $20. This is a classic. It's hard to find nice copies. VG Plus isn't bad for that record. $34.99. Incense and Peppermints. Rockin' with the Astronauts. VG copy, $9.99. Thomas is in on Footloose at $35. Deja Vu, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. VG Plus, $24.99 for CSNY. VG Plus condition on that one. We have the Dave Clark 5 American Tour EX, $9.99. Wolves Council wants the Astronauts. That's sold to Wolves Council. The Box Top Super Hits, VG Plus, $14.99. My Baby, She Wrote Me a Letter, and Cry Like a Baby, Neon Rainbow. That's the Box Tops hits. VG Plus, $14.99. They're super hits. Final call on Queen because Michael Nass out. Queen the Game, only at $20. EX copy. That is at $20 with Gary Samuels. Going once, going twice. Never mind. Pamela's at 21 and Dan's at 36. Billy Joe Royal featuring Hush. VG Plus, $14.99. Original label in shrink wrap. That is self-titled Billy Joe Royal. It's actually been a while since I've seen that one. Tom Petty, Long After Dark, VG Plus, $24.99. Original inner sleeve, VG Plus, $24.99. And Talking Heads, Fear of Music, 1979 OG, VG Plus, $39.99. And Kiss Alive 2 is a VG Plus, $59.99. It's a 77 PRC Compton press with the booklet, VG Plus, $59.99. VG Plus, nice looking VG Plus on that one. Kiss Alive 2, decently nice cover as well. All right, back up to the top. So Footloose, 36. Queen was at 21. Pamela put BJ for Billy Joel. That's sold to Pamela. Queen's at 22 with Gary. Thomas is at 45 on Footloose. Pamela's first to Tom Petty. Jeff McMaster wants to see the label on Taboo Volume 2. This is VG Plus, $34.99 from 1960, and that's on Hi-Fi Record, the Arthur Lyman Group, Taboo Volume 2. Jeff, that's yours if you want it. Sherry Darnell was first to the Box Tops. Was that the same My Baby, She Wrote Me a Letter Cocker did? Yes. The Box Tops was, I'm pretty sure they were the, I don't know if they actually wrote that or not either. Just FYI, 90% of Joe Cocker's songs are probably higher than that, or not his. He did pretty much all covers. David Tate, you were second on Tom Petty. Pamela was first. Footloose is at 46. Footloose is at 55. Jeff said he'll take Taboo. That's so did Jeff McMaster. Footloose is at $55. High bid on Queen is at 22 with Gary Samuels. Going once, going twice. Not much left in the check condition bin. Let's go through those one more time. Eric Clapton, Money and Cigarettes, EX, $14.99. Pink Floyd, The Wall, VG Plus, $49.99. Hall & Oates, Rock and Roll Soul Part 1, VG Plus, $9.99. She's Gone, Sarah Smile, Rich Girl, Kiss on My List. I always want to put a U in girl, too, when I'm talking very fast. Footloose is at 56. Craig gets the Hall & Oates. John Lills at 56 on Footloose, and John Cougar is EX $17.99. Now, Joe Cocker, he took one of my favorite artists. He took people's songs and made them his own, like Feeling All Right. Of course, that's a Traffic, Steve Winwood song. With a Little Help from My Friends, of course, Lennon McCartney, Beatles song. He took all those, and people think they're his because they sound so unique to him. Van Halen is still available. Their debut album, VG, $19.99, the only one that didn't sell. You Really Got Me, Running with the Devil, On Fire. We have the Mindbenders, EX, $9.99. Final call on Queen because Pamela's out. Queen is at 22 with Gary Samuels. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast, that was EX, $17.99. David Tate wants the Van Halen. Thomas is at 58 on Footloose. The Beach Boys, VG Plus, $14.99. Lou Reed is EX, $32.99. Incense and Peppermints, the Strawberry Alarm Clock, that was VG Plus, $34.99. I meant $14.99 on Lou Reed, sorry. Incense and Peppermints was $34.99. Lou Reed was $14.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, VG Plus $24.99. Dave Clark 5 was EX $9.99. Talking Heads was VG Plus $39.99. And Kiss Alive 2 was VG Plus $59.99. Queen is sold to Gary Samuels for $22. Footloose is now at $59 with John Leal. I'll grab a new Japanese auction next. But first, I'm going to grab our second to last new crate of new vintage arrivals. New vintage arrivals. Let's go straight into them. Uh-oh, I see a Runaways record in the next crate. There's a Runaways record in the next crate. First record. I hadn't got to look through any of these. I took a glance at these. There's some stuff I was going to pull for auctions, but we'll do it now. Or we'll do them. We're going to buy it now instead. All right, Thomas is out on Footloose, so John has that for $59. Final call. Catch Bull at 4. Cat Stevens, $14.99. Catch Bull at 4. The Commodores, all-time greatest hits, $14.99 on the Commodores. Phil Collins, Face Value, $19.99. Introducing the Beatles, $19.99. Introducing the Beatles. That is a bootleg. Kiss, Animalize, $34.99. These are all EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. Wayne Carr, First on Face Value by Phil Collins. Songs and Pictures of the Fabulous Beatles. This is also a much later pressing, possibly even a bootleg of that album, $19.99. REO Speedwagon, $19.99. This one's called This Time We Mean It. This Time We Mean It. Don't see that one as often. And Songs for the Young at Heart, Frank Sinatra. 2LP Sinatra compilation, $26.99. From the original soundtrack, Leader, 1963. This is from India. Looks like an Indian movie as well. $24.99. India. $24.99. All right, Footloose is sold to John Leal for $59. Tracy McFadden wants REO Speedwagon. How's the Kiss cover? That was Kiss Alive 2. Wayne, we'll take a look at that. Kiss Alive. VG. VG. Looks like there's some stain. You really can't tell, but it looks like there's a stain right here. Damage on the inside. Maybe VG minus either. Oh, Animalize. My bad. In case somebody's interested in that, it is VG minus cover. Vinyl was VG plus. First, Frank Sinatra sold to Patrick and Animalize. Let's see here. This one's closer. This one's closer to true VG. Also has the original inner sleeve. Very nice vinyl, more so a VG cover. Yes, a little bit of chipping on the spine, shelf, and edge wear. Looks like it was stored on a shelf and played quite a bit, but it wasn't in a jacket. That gives you a VG cover. Nice vinyl, though, $34.99. The Rolling Stones, Suckin' in the 70s. That's the big lips hop sticker that was on the shrink wrap. Somebody stuck it to the cover. We see that quite often, $34.99. Foreigner Double Vision, also $19.99. And Willie Nelson Family Bible. Willie Nelson is $14.99 for Family Bible. The Carpenters, a kind of a hush, $9.99 for the Carpenters. Jerry Garcia, $44.99. It's a 72 Pitman press. The cover does have a stain, $44.99. Jerry Garcia, that's called Garcia, $44.99. About a VG minus cover. Reba McEntire, What Am I Gonna Do About You? That is sealed. Has not been opened. $19.99 on Reba. Waylon Jennings, Dreamin' My Dreams is $49.99. Tan RCA label, $49.99 on Waylon. The Cars, Heartbeat City, $34.99 on the Cars. And Led Zeppelin 2, $44.99. This is a 77 press, it looks like. Has a barcode on the back, 5-digit on the label, 44. Actually, probably an 80s press. It could be late 70s. I actually don't see too many with a barcode on the back, if you think about it. I'm sure they're quite common, but we just don't see them with barcodes. So late 70s, maybe even early 80s press of that. Near mint, though, $44.99. Huey Lewis Sports, $19.99 for Huey Lewis. The Best of Loretta Lynn. Never seen that before. The Best of Loretta Lynn, $24.99. This is produced by Country Music Magazine. Interesting, $24.99. The Best of Loretta Lynn. Hall & Oates, H2O, $19.99 on Hall & Oates, H2O. Paul Simon, Still Crazy After All These Years, $19.99. Still Crazy After All These Years. Featuring My Little Town and 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover and Still Crazy After All These Years. Have a Good Time, $19.99. Is the feed working? I'm wondering where all the comments are at. Is the feed working? Jimi Hendrix plays the Monterey Pop Festival, $34.99. That's when he set his guitar on fire and sacrificed it. $34.99 for Jimi Hendrix. Dolly, 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 $24.99 for Dolly Parton. Just the two of us, Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton. That is $24.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, $34.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. This is a repress label, near mint, $34.99. Are you seeing comments, Tanner, or is it my feed? Or I haven't even seen anything since I said, is the feed working? Yeah, that's the last thing I'm saying. Maybe everybody fell asleep on me. You're missing out on great records. Is everybody awake? Fleetwood Mac has the lyric insert with it too. Chuck Berry, that's an interesting looking one. Live at the Fillmore Auditorium. That's cool, $29.99. Mercury label. Check out that cover. Live, it's got like psychedelic Fillmore lettering. I've never seen that one before. $29.99, Chuck Berry. Frank Sinatra sings the select Johnny Mercer, $14.99 on Frank Sinatra. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash, $14.99. And Billy Joel, the Nylon Curtain, $19.99. Maybe more metal. Yeah, I just told them yesterday, I said, we got to go find a metal collection. I've got a guy I've been trying to track down locally. He used to buy a bunch from us. He wants to sell his metal collection. It's hard to get with him, though. He's on the road a lot. But, yeah, we haven't had a bunch of good metal records in a while. They're hard to find. That's why everybody is always wanting it. You can't just go anywhere and just see a whole bin of Near Mint Iron Maiden records for $35 a pop. Just doesn't happen. Okay, Craig Johnson wants Huey Lewis. They're alive. Craig Johnson wants Huey Lewis, Sean Foxbower on Johnny Cash. Thomas Bowman wants the Reba. Reba Michael, please PN me. I need to get with a couple other people I buy. I've got some customers that are out of state that I buy through the mail. I need to be like, hey, why don't y'all thin out? If everybody could thin out about 10 records, sell them to me at great prices so I can make money on them, which is what we do for a living here, then we could put together a great metal show. You know, just sell me about 5 or 10 of your duplicates. We get about 50 people to do that. We'll have a mind-blowing show. Elvis Golden Records, $19.99. Elvis Golden Records, original, or not an original. This album is not an original. This is a 70s press. That came out in like the late 50s. $19.99. Billy Ocean, Love Zone, $9.99. Bruce Springsteen, Darkness on the Edge of Town. Darkness on the Edge of Town, $19.99 for Bruce. Jesus Christ Superstar, $19.99 on Jesus Christ Superstar. Little Richard, The Real Thing? The Roll Thing. What's that say? The Real Thing. Spelled R-I-L-L. Real. That's how I say it. UK, $29.99. $29.99. Grover Washington Jr., Mr. Magic, $9.99. Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down, $9.99 on Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. Paul Simon, Live Rhyming, $19.99. Roy Buchanan's second album, $19.99. The Beach Boys 69 is $19.99. George Strait number 7 is $49.99. George Strait number 7, $49.99. And Grand Funk, Closer to Home, $24.99, featuring I'm Your Captain, $24.99. All right, I'm just going to read through those titles one more time. I've got one more crate of new arrivals to go through before we take a break. Hope everybody's paying attention. Let's see, Pamela Yeager on Billy Joel, BJ, Billy Joel, no, Billy Ocean. Billy Joel, Nylon Curtain probably. That's so to Pamela. Thomas Bowman wants Billy Ocean. Doubt you'd want most of what I have. I'm looking for just about anything, but where high in demand is metal, as in Slayer and Iron Maiden and Metallica and grunge and 90s hard-to-get pressings and stuff like Soundgardens and Alice in Chains and I don't know, it's hard to even get a list together. Anything made that's hard rock and metal or thrash from early mid-'80s through the 90s and 2000s, and then any kind of alternative, you know, you don't call many people and they say, yeah, I've got a record collection full of Jane's Addiction, Nirvana, Slayers, and Iron Maidens. People just don't say that. They usually say, I've got some Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, a few Beatles albums, if you're lucky. That stuff's getting harder to find in good condition, but Yeah. Punk too. Yeah, name all the punk artists. So we could use them. Okay, we have Cat Stevens. If you want price on these, let me know. Cat Stevens, Commodores, the Beatles, Leader, Kiss, Stones, Foreigner, Carpenters, Willie Nelson, Jerry Garcia, Waylon Jennings, The Cars, Led Zeppelin, Loretta Lynn, Hall & Oates, Paul Simon, Jimi Hendrix, Dolly, Porter Wagner and Dolly, Fleetwood Mac, Chuck Berry, Frank Sinatra, Elvis, Bruce Springsteen, Jesus Christ Superstar, Little Richard, Grover Washington Jr., Lionel Richie, Paul Simon, Roy Buchanan, Beach Boys 69, George Strait 7, and Grand Funk. The two Beatles were Songs and Pictures of the Fabulous Beatles and Introducing the Beatles. I have lots of grunge and metal, but you can have it. That's what most people comment on our ads. They'll take a picture of their room and they'll say, I've got a whole room full of grunge and metal, but it's not for sale and never will be. And that's why it's so expensive and hard to find. Nobody wants to sell it if they've collected it already. And there's so many people still buying it. So that's the problem. Looks like our last bin of new vintage arrivals before we either A, take a break or do a recap is going to be check condition, Tanner. What do you think? Tanner said good. Let's see. Zeppelin is $44.99. Zeppelin is $44.99. Best price on Beach Boys, $19.99. These are new check condition. We have the Marshall Tucker Band, Carolina Dreamin', VG Plus, $16.99. Neil Young Harvest is VG Plus, $24.99. Pink Floyd Animals, VG Plus, $39.99. VG Plus, $39.99. Pink Floyd Animals. That's another thing. You'll ask anybody if they have Pink Floyd, and here's the two answers we get. If I'm talking to someone on the phone, be like, you got any Pink Floyd albums? They're going to say no, or yes, but I've already gave them to somebody, or yes, but my nephew's already come over here and took them, or yes, but my son's already pulled those out. He wants to keep them. That's what I hear so often. Yeah, my nephew's already come over, and he's already got all the Pink Floyds and Led Zeppelins and Beatles and Rolling Stones and Black Sabbath. Pamela Yeager, first on Pink Floyd. Robert Plant, Shaken and Stirred, VG Plus, $14.99. The Who, Quadrophenia. It has a giant deluxe 2-record set sticker on the front. That's a VG Plus, $24.99 on the Quadrophenia. The Best of Emmylou Harris, Profile, VG Plus, $9.99. Jethro Tull, Living in the Past, VG Plus, $24.99. That's the hardback book. That is a VG Plus, $24.99. And The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, which is the Best of Jefferson Airplane. That's the original pressing with the textured cover. It's a gatefold EX 1999. When somebody in a family finds out that somebody with a huge record collection is about to sell it, usually the nephews and the nieces and the cousins and the brothers come out of the woodworks and they go in and they rate everything before it gets sold. And then it's like, well, yeah, my family's already come over here and pulled out what they wanted. And I'm like, oh, no. Well, I'm just pretty much not interested then. So if you're ever going to sell your collection, don't let anybody pick through it because that brings down the value, obviously, dramatically. The Staple Singers, that's EX 1999. Respect Yourself, Staple Singers, that's EX 1999. Todd Tipton wants the Jefferson Airplane. Price on MT. Marshall Tucker Band is a VG Plus, $16.99. Carolina Dreamin'. That Carolina Dreams, that has Heard It and a love song on it. Sting, Nothing Like the Sun. Sting is VG Plus, $19.99. Sting, Nothing Like the Sun, VG Plus, $19.99. And Cyndi Lauper, True Colors. Cyndi Lauper is a VG. That's the full album. True Colors, VG, $12.99. Journey, self-titled Journey, EX, $17.99. Self-titled Journey, EX, $17.99. Alice Cooper, School's Out, EX, $39.99. And it does have a pair of what color panties? Blue panties. Alice Cooper, original label, 1970, whatever year this album came out, 2, I believe, $39.99. School's Out. EX vinyl, not bad. School book or school desk cover with panties. All right, Gina wants CL. That's Cyndi Lauper. That's so to Gina. Robert Johnson, first to Journey. Todd Tipton was second. Patrick Johnson, second to Cyndi. Boz Scaggs is EX $17.99. Those are original panties, yes. In shrink wrap with hop sticker, EX $17.99. Wolves Council first, Alice Cooper. Scott Smith was second. Michael Herrera was third. We have Robert Plant, the Principle of Moments, VG, $9.99. Robert Plant, the Principle of Moments, VG, $9.99. Alice Cooper, 1, 2, 3, 4. Autumn's fourth on that one. Led Zeppelin Coda, VG Plus, $29.99. Led Zeppelin Coda, VG Plus, $29.99. The Runaways, VG Minus. VG Minus, low grade record, $19.99. Waiting for the Night. That is a VG Minus. VG Minus, $19.99. Jackie Reynolds, first to Robert Plant. I'm not going to be sniffing them. Lou Reed is EX $29.99. Rock and Roll Animal, orange label, about a VG cover. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, VG Plus $24.99. Ron, you were second on Robert Plant. Nick Bagaron first on the Runaways. We have REM. This is a VG Plus $34.99. VG Plus The Reckoning, or Reckoning, REM, VG Plus $34.99. Tears for Fears, VG Plus $27.99. Songs from the Big Chair, $27.99, VG Plus. Three Dog Night, Around the World with Three Dog Night, VG Plus $24.99. Donna Summer, Collector's Edition, the best of 77 to 80, Walk Away, the best of Donna Summer, VG Plus $9.99. Pamela wants Tears for Fears. Tanner, that one was $27.99. We have the best of Merle Haggard, VG Plus $9.99. Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On, very cool. VG Plus $44.99. Let's Get It On. Nice jacket. Known for a lot of ring wear. This one doesn't look too bad. VG Plus $44.99. This is Jackie Reynolds first on Donna Summer. And Michael Nath wants Marvin Gaye. That one was $44.99 on Marvin Gaye. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast, VG Plus $14.99. David Tate wants the best of Merle Haggard. John Hyatt, Bring the Family. John Hyatt's VG Plus $24.99. The best of Booker T and the MGs, Green Onions, VG $14.99. Green Onions, VG $14.99. David Cordell, Merle's already sold. Marvin Gaye, I Heard It Through the Grapevine, VG Plus $49.99. Now that's one we don't see too often. 1968, VG Plus $49.99. I Heard It Through the Grapevine. The Grapevine. I don't know what I just said. Fleetwood Mac, VG Plus $24.99. Self-titled Fleetwood Mac. Sherry wants Three Dog Night and Best of Merle. Merle's already sold, but I can give you Three Dog Night. Wayne Carr wants Marvin Gaye. Tanner, that one was $49.99 on Marvin Gaye. Joan Jett. This is a VG copy for $19.99. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts album, VG, $19.99. Philip Regaldo, first on Fleetwood Mac, self-titled. That was Sticker, and Robert Johnson gets Joan Jett. That was $19.99. Todd Tipton was second. Mike Bloomfield, Al Cooper, and Steve Steele's Super Session, VG copy, $9.99. Golden Earring Switch, VG Plus $14.99. VG Plus $14.99 Switch. Joe Cocker in Shrink Wrap. Nice, great album. Nice album too. VG Plus $24.99. Delta Lady. Darling, Be Home Soon. Yeah, so he's covering Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen, Lloyd Price, The Beatles, Dunn, Joe Cocker, George Harrison, Leon Russell, and John Sebastian. No Joe Cocker originals on there, but they're original definitely in the way he sings them. VG Plus $24.99. Wolves Council, first on Golden Earring. The Super Session is sold to Brian C. Saturday Night Fever, VG Plus $14.99. Saturday Night Fever. Dolly Parton, Bargain Store. VG $19.99 for Bargain Store. Kind of a tougher one of hers to find. That's in Shrink Wrap. Nice cover, VG Vinyl, $19.99. And Lady June's Linguistic Leprosy, VG $24.99. Lady June's Linguistic Leprosy, Lady June. That is 1974. What a wild looking cover. That is VG $24.99. Thomas Bowman wants Dolly Parton. Tanner, that one was $19.99. Walter Savage. Oh, there's one more in here. Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry, VG Plus $24.99. Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry. Hello, Old Friend. Joe Maynard first on Saturday Night Fever, and there's tonight's Nightly Nudity. There it is. We couldn't go one night. We almost made it out of all new arrivals without nudity, but the second to last record got us, or the last record, I guess. Okay, I'm going to read through those titles one more time. If you need any prices, let me know. This is check condition, so I'm going to tell you the condition too if you ask the price. Neil Young Harvest is VG Plus $24.99. That is a textured cover. It also has the original inner sleeve and insert with it. No, just the original inner sleeve. John Hite, give me 1 second on that one. First, Todd Tipton's going to go ahead and claim the Led Zeppelin Coda. That's so to Todd Tipton. We have Neil Young Harvest. Robert Plant, Shaken and Stirred is still available. VG Plus $14.99. That's the only Robert Plant album left tonight. The Who's Quadrophenia, Rock Opera. Profile, Best of Emmylou Harris, Jethro Tull, Living in the Past. The Staple Singers, Marshall Tucker Band, Sting, Boz Scaggs, Lou Reed, Fleetwood Mac. REM is still available, Reckoning. That's an 84 Electro Sound Midwest press. VG Plus $34.99. Craig Johnson wants the Robert Plant. That's so to Craig Johnson. We have Don Henley. This has his hit song, The Boys of Summer, on it. VG Plus $14.99. John Hite. Joe Maynard asked about this one. VG Plus $24.99. That's called Bring the Family, 1987. VG Plus $24.99. Cody O'Neill wants Don Henley. That's so to Cody. We have Booker T and the MGs. Joe Cocker, Eric Clapton, and Lady June's Linguistic Leprosy. Interesting looking record. All right. Anybody else on that crate? I need to definitely do some condensing over here right quick. Is that new vinyl at the bottom? No, that's vintage. Let me get these. Oh, let me set this one there. I need to do a little bit of crate condensing right quick. I'm seeing stuff already. I'm like, how did this not sell? Let me do some condensing with this one and this one. Keep them in order so when I go back through these things, they'll be in the order. The first crate we go back through will be the oldest stuff. So if you missed the very first part of the show, you'll get to see some of the very first stuff. Then that one was on top of this one. So that means these need to go in the back of this. And then that means that was the last crate we went through here. And I think that means these will fit into there probably. Yep. All right, so there's 2 empty crates, and I think this one will go over here. We have, first, Joe Maynard said take, and that was on the John Hite. So we're going to sell that to Joe Maynard. Can I get a Sabbath Paranoid and Sabotage remastered? You can. He said Sabotage. Sabotage. I'll have to check on that one. I know I have Paranoid. That was in this crate right here. Right here. There's Paranoid for Todd Tipton. Sabotage may be in the Sabbath bin. If not, we'll need to order one of those for him. Thomas got DP. Thomas Bowman got the Dolly Parton. Yes, that's right. Autumn Betts on Lady June. Jackie Reynolds, the price on Booker T is VG $14.99. We don't have anything for Bring Me to the Horizon. My wife asked me, I'd like for Father's Day, Senator Chad, item in mind. Well, you can buy a gift card. If anybody's like, what do we need to get you for Father's Day? Say, get me a Coletco gift card, and we'll send them a link, and they can buy you a gift card, and you can get a $500 record buying spree. I'll take Volume 4 if you don't. Well, I'll have to order you a Black Sabbath. I'll have to order you one. I know I can get them. Or if you want to go ahead and get a Volume 4 now, I'm going to order Sabotage. I need to get more of those. So let me know. We'll probably just go ahead and put you down for a Volume 4 just in case Sabotage is sold out. All right, there's another empty crate. I think that's 4 for the night. Plus the new vinyl. Coletco sticker. Whew, y'all wearing Doug out on those. He feels really bad. He's like, I didn't know everybody wanted stickers. I was like, Doug, they want some stickers. All right, maybe we can thin out this bin. There's not much in here. This was tonight's newest vinyl that came in. The new Yes album, which, as y'all know, I'm a major Yes collector. I've got every one of their releases except this one because it just came out a couple weeks ago. They only made 500. It's colored vinyl. I'm telling you, I don't know if I can get more. I will sell this, and if we need to take a wait list, I'll do that too, but I'm probably keeping this. They have 23 studio albums. I have every one of them on vinyl except this one. This came out a couple weeks ago. If you was on the pre-order for these, they're in. We had 3 extra. We sold 2 live tonight. Here's one more, Mirror to the Sky. And here's the current lineup of Yes. Steve Howe, Jeff Downs, John Davis, and Billy Sherwood, and Jay Schellen. Now, original Yes, none of those are the original lineup. Steve Howe has been the longest member there. And, of course, John Davison is the lead vocalist. He's relatively young compared to the rest of the band. But and I think Jeff Downs is off and on. Jeff Downs was also in Asia. But Steve Howe, he was been with them. Well, I guess he was with them in the second or third album, and then all through the 70s and 80s, and then I guess he left maybe for a while in the 90s. Yes has a very complex lineup, but that is so does Stephen Chesney. Let's go ahead and make a note, please, that I need to order more, because I want one for myself, and I didn't set one aside, but that's okay. If I need to get black vinyl, I'll get black vinyl. I've got a whole crate of Yes stuff. I need to thin some out. Yes, thank you for the Knoxville. Actually, I ended up getting 3. I bought one on eBay. I bought one from another dealer, Eddie Bruce. You sent me one, and then somebody else sent me one. I ended up with 4 copies of Yes Live at Knoxville. So that's what happens. If I ever put out a post needing something, y'all always come through. We can find it for sure. Thank you, David. I need to send you a reimbursement for that if I haven't already. Greta Van Fleet, From the Fires, $36.99. There's 3 Greta Van Fleet albums in stock. This one's been out of stock. That one's always in demand. I've got 2 other ones. From the Fires is $36.99. We also have Anthem of the Peaceful Army, and we have Battle at the Garden's Gate. The Battle at the Garden's Gate, you might want to grab one of these from us, because we do have in stock the indie exclusive on white vinyl. This is the indie exclusive on white vinyl. Battle at the Garden's Gate, $44.99. We have Anthem of the Peaceful Army, and we have From the Fires. So if you want a Greta Van Fleet, let me know exactly which one. From the Fires and Anthem is $36, and then Battle at Garden's Gate is white vinyl. They do have a new album coming out this month. We've already got the pre-order up for that. There's been a bunch of them. So Patrick Hummer wants a Battle at Garden's Gate. That's so to Patrick. Cody O'Neill wants From the Fires. So he was first. Let me go ahead and say there's Cody's From the Fires. There's Patrick, Battle at Garden's Gate. That is white vinyl, indie retail exclusive white vinyl, $44.99. So we got Anthem, Fires, and Battle at Garden's Gate. And then this week's Kiss restock was self-titled, 2012 remastered, their debut album, which is kind of hard to find in any version, it seems like, especially nice condition. This is a great 2012 remaster, 33. So we didn't have a lot of new vinyl coming today. Monday, I didn't order a lot over the weekend, so we'll have a lot coming tomorrow. And then tomorrow and Thursday show, we'll have a bunch of stuff. And then probably Friday as well, because we'll do waiting list and restocks. So Kiss, Greta Van Fleet, and we're sold out of Yes. If anybody wants on that waiting list with me, let me know. Kiss is $33.99. I'm going to put those all right over here. So there's another empty crate. Okay, let's go ahead and pause there. We'll be back at 10 o'clock. I figured that would get us till 9:30. We're going to pause a little early tonight than normal. We usually pause anyway at 9:30 or 10. We'll be back at 10 o'clock or a few minutes after. Let's say 10:05. If you get on at 10:05, you should be able to find the feed. Todd Tipton wants a Kiss self-titled. If anybody else, we got 2 copies left. I'm going to find something to drink that I've been wanting for like 3 hours now. I'm going to eat some cake. And when we come back, we're going to do a recap. We'll make those buy it now best offers. So if there's anything new tonight, I will entertain fair offers. Part 2, we will do more Japanese auctions, Joe. Yes, we will do more Japanese auctions. Just please remind me as soon as we go live, I'll start getting 2 rolling. We'll go through everything. We do have more Japanese auctions. And probably as soon as we go live, though, before it gets too late, I'll do some half off. Half off like we've been doing. I'm trying to clean out some bins. We have a lot of stuff on sale. I think I told y'all this week. A couple sales this week. We may not even have new vintage. We'll have vintage on sale. As in really great deals. Any Iron Maiden live records. Not really. We'll have putbacks, but not this week or not tonight. But yes, after we do invoice corrections, we usually have plenty of putbacks by Wednesday or Thursday show. We'll be back. No CDs or cassettes. Sean, I think Ryan asked earlier. I wasn't for sure at the moment. That's why I didn't answer. But no CDs or cassettes tonight. Okay, we'll be back in about 30 minutes. About 10 after 5, a little after 10. That's when we'll be back. Please come back. Usually part 2 is some great deals. Great deals in part 2. See y'all then.